head like a hive of bees or wasps. Hive of wasps. But you're saying that wasps live underground, not...
Yeah.
Okay, I got it right.
So it would be yellow jackets or...
I got a head full of yellow jackets. How's that? Oh, frickin' migraines. I think it's these thundery, humid days, I believe. But anyway, so I apologize if I'm a little off today. Hopefully I've got it all sorted out, because God knows I don't have the McKay brains to figure it out. Let's go have a look, see what we're up to, shall we? See who we've got to say hello to. Oh my God, we've been watching the coolest new show. Remember we were showing you that London, Tokyo co-production thing? Oh, so good. I can't remember the name of it now. Karim Kefo, how are you? Lady Shelley, happy Sunday. Millie, 79, or Miley, 79. Hello to you. I made a really... Look, I'm so out of it that I wrote like a very long and endless title. Bratlett, myself, and the I. Stargate live stream for our fabulous TechBandits supporters and Twitch subscribers, but free to one and all.
No, Dad, you say Bratlett, myself, and I. Oh, it's just Bratlett, myself, and I.
We'd have to sing then. That's, you know that never goes well. Baz is going to eat my candy apple as a treat.
My candy apple.
No, you already ate one.
I know, but all of three were supposed to be mine.
What are you talking about? All three were supposed to be yours. Hello, 3D Print Viking. Which reminds me, today I have to. There's no way around it. I have to 3D print a tag for Huzzah. Yeah, literally a dog tag, like an identification tag for her, because she doesn't have one, and God knows she doesn't reply to us. So you know. And that reminds me, I got to talk to. I forgot to get back to our fabulous Baby Yoda guy about the masks. Is this a watch party? Oh yeah, Pixie Rose. This is all watch all the time. How are you, Pixie Rose? Let me set you up the drink.
I'm okay.
Really? Oh my God, I've got so much Tylenol and caffeine in my veins at this point, trying to struggle through this thing. Yeah, 3D Print Viking. I know it's nothing exciting, but for me, it's just one of those things that I just keep meaning to do. The problem is you don't do the practical little prints that your partner and your son and your dog need. You kind of lose credibility in the 3D printing department. So I got to keep that. I got to keep my 3D printing rep. Otherwise, what's my excuse for having so many of them? Oh, by the way, check this out. So I've set up, Baz, I think I can do this. See if you can let me, if this works. So if I go to here.
Remind me not to eat all of it in the first 5
Don't eat all of it. Oh, look at that. I've got another camera, but you probably won't hear me while we're doing this. This is probably what happens. Maybe you can. Yeah, you can. And I've also got a 3 camera set up here. Look at that. So, check this out. I've got the squirrel cam, or rat cam, depending on what you want to call it. And then, Baz, look, I set it up so we've got a nice shot there of the...
oh, that's perfect.
So I've got the Prusa on one side and the Sane Smart little CNC prover on the other side.
You perfectly can't see me.
That's perfect. It's great. I think if where are you? If I go that way, this way, no, where are you? Are you too low? You're too low. How low can you go?
I'm not too
there you go.
low, Dad.
Oh no, it's perfect. You're completely covered by that's ideal. Well, I'm not gonna do it for that one. For the showing. Well, unless you want to scoot over. You want to scoot over more? Then we can actually see you and
Dad,
me.
I have to go this way.
Yeah.
Which would take up all your room. So no.
That's fine. Go this way a little bit. Just go this way a little bit. How's that? Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Now you're just a mysterious arm and an apple. Baz behind the squirrel cam. It's true. But I could paint him green so he shows through.
No, I should be like, wait, 1 second.
Here you go. If you go like...
Wait, that, no.
Are you going? Are you
like,
doing got something else in mind?
Let me see, like...
Just... You like it?
No, I like to do like this, and then like...
I could move the squirrel cam.
Shroud myself, and then just go...
Do you want to move the squirrel cam a little bit? Move the squirrel cam like that. Gives you a little bit more space. How's that? Better?
Okay, that's fine.
No, it's not. I can only see your damn candy apple.
I'll go like this.
Yeah, but we want to see your reaction to every time you see your father. We want to see that absolute joy and respect in your eyes every time you see your father show up on camera.
I know, but we won't have this cam up when we're doing them.
Oh, we won't?
No.
Okay.
Right?
All right, I guess not. You know what I could do is I could close the one up there. Wait a sec. What's this? I could close this one. And then I can move this one up, and we get Squirrel Cam, and look at that. Brilliant. It's freaking brilliant. Oh, it's also hot, too. There's something about this humidity thing that's just really messing with me today. What was that?
Audio's really low.
Is that because I'm too far away from the microphone? Could that be it? Could that be the problem?
Turn up the volume.
Pump it up, pump it up, pump up the volume. How's that? Is that any better? Okay, folks, I'm set up in the general voice chat on the Discord server. Ooh, Pixie Rose doing what she shouldn't be doing, but we love her for doing it, which is having a screening. Audio's really low. Yep, audio very low today. Interesting. I wonder. Let's have a look.
Dad, can you put back that other camera? I'm eating my candy apple really disgustingly.
No. I think this is all par for the course, I think.
So I'm eating it like it's an ice cream.
You are, really? Up close, you're even up low. So even when I do this.
Hello? Do I sound much louder? No? Yes? Maybe?
Let me see this. If I do this, I'm going to do this. Oh my God, I can't believe. Oh, I freaking hate Macs. Can I just say how much I hate Macs right now? Oh, Macintosh. I try so hard not to hate you. Advanced audio properties. What do we got? Left, right, balance, OBS. How about I do this? If I do, can I go?
Why are Macs so complicated?
Is that any better? Much better. There we go. How's that? So there you go. So now we are much louder, apparently. Mic gain. Yeah, I don't have that. It's not an option for me on this one. It's this weird, we've got this wretched Mac setup where you have to capture the audio because God forbid someone capture audio on a Mac and steal something that someone's not supposed to have. So, nope, hasn't changed. Interesting. Did Bratlett really say that? Say what? What did you just say? What did you guys think of Stargate Universe? I liked it. I mean, I gotta say. I mean, it wasn't my Stargate, but it was fun to be a guest on it. I thought it was a great looking show. David Bazinu, do you have VR? Yeah, we have this.
I want a better one.
I want better. More better. More.
Well, okay. So
I want a pony, Daddy.
we do have one, but it's very old. It's the beta one. So you can't play any games on it or anything, and you can only watch this one video over and over again about like this raccoon with friends.
You may need to come a little closer because I'm not sure we're gonna. If they're having trouble hearing you, we may need to move this. See, what if I do it over here? Look at this. Do I have enough cable? We'll find out very quickly. If I put it like right there, would that help us hearing Baz? Can we hear Baz now? Better. Stargate Universe was my second favorite Stargate. Sorry, David. Really. I agree. I thought it was really enjoyable. I would have really liked to have explored the story of Destiny's mission because I thought it was super cool. Check it in from the road, Ang Beckett. Yay, hotspot and laptop. Nice. Where are you going, Ang Beckett? Oculus Quest. Everyone says Oculus Quest. Everyone talks about that. Does Baz get to keep his computer in his room now? Yes, he does. By the way, what was I saying? I was just saying this a minute ago.
It's the war today.
What war today?
Nothing.
GTA Baby Yoda. Sorry I haven't got back to you. The dog tags we're talking about were actually really dog tags. Like really a tag for a dog that I was going to 3D print. So that's, yeah, I should have probably been more specific about that. Audio's fine here. I'm at under 50% on my phone. I always blame Universe for the canceling of Atlantis. Didn't like it much. Well, it wasn't really Universe's fault. It was definitely a powers that be issue, I think, there, where, you know, they really wanted to move on and try something different, and I think it was, you know, us or them at a certain point, and, you know, what can you do? What can you do? They tried something new. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Favorite episode of Stargate to film or watch? Oh, that's a hard one. That's really hard. I always get asked that, and I never know. Spooky! I'm gonna go wave at the camera. Wave at the whatever it's called, light switch.
Too
No,
far.
are you terrified? Are you horrified? I put tape over it, so it should actually still be working. Dude, off your butt.
Too far.
Get
away.
off your butt,
Sorry,
son.
sorry, Dad. Too far away.
Too far away. It's a freaking. You have to get out of your chair. All right. Oh my God, teenagers. What can I say? Put 50p in the meter. It's so true. Yeah. So basically. You're sitting in the car behind Monica Lake? Oh, that's so funny. Well, that's too funny. What are you doing? Where are you going? What are you up to? On our way back home, we were in Montana for 2 days, headed back to Washington now. Nice. All right, just finished watching season 4 of The Expanse. So incredibly well done. I know it's beautifully done, isn't it, Parzival? Toasted fart.
Didn't you not like it?
I couldn't get into it. I found it too... I loved the book, and I loved the complication of the book. I didn't like the melodrama of the series. I found it too much about the politics, too little about the...
Oh, Dad, apparently we need a VR book because they made a Stargate thing on it.
Yeah, that's Stargate Command, right? Is it Stargate Command? No, Stargate Network. Stargate Network. No spoilers, please. I'm still working on it. Yeah, I'm not spoiling nothing. I just found, in general, it was just too much political banter going on. I was like, get on with it. David, have you considered turning Debug Script into a book? Huh, it's interesting. I mean, I thought of it, but it was such a horrible experience to film in every way, shape, and form, and I can't even look at the film. I hate every frame of it. I hate. So I don't know whether revisiting as a book would be therapeutic or another nightmare, or it would just be like PTSD again. Is there a show you wish you were able to be in or regret not taking? Regret not taking. Not really. I mean, I think I've taken most of the things.
I would have gotten more credit in my school.
If I'd got Wonder, yeah, it's true. It's true. If I'd got that part in Wonder, but it went to who did it go to? It went to excuse me. Who did it go to? My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Mandy Patinkin, I think. Mandy Patinkin, I think was the one. Anyways, parts that I wish I'd taken. I mean, like I wish I'd been able to do more on dark matter. I wish that had worked out better. But yeah.
I have one Stargate.
And what was that?
I said Stargate. I wish there was more Stargate, right?
I wish there was more Stargate too. No, but the thing with dark matter is there was politics stuff, and I just didn't feel like I could do it. So I didn't. But I really enjoyed those folks and that whole, that whole bunch. Anyways, would have been David. Would you have liked to have been a Meister in Game? Oh my God, I would have liked to be anything in Game of Thrones. Oh my God. Yeah, publishing a book isn't fun. I self-published for that reason. Even if it's hard to promote, getting ready to publish another one. No, the problem is not the publishing side of it, Maverick Werewolf. I'm very fortunate in that I think I probably have some people who could help with that. But it's the discipline, like the way my mind flits around. The idea of actually sitting down and writing a book seems absolutely insurmountable to me. But then again, I should probably take my own advice, write 15 minutes a day and you'd have something. But I mean, I suppose I could format and publish the debug script. I probably have to call it something else. But,
holy questions, people.
Give the man some space to answer. I wish McKay was on Blind Spot. That would have been fun. I got to be honest. I don't really like one-off parts in shows. I don't, because you have to go in. You're like the newbie. It's like the first day at school. You show up at school and you're like, "Hi everybody, my name's David, and nice to meet you." And you don't know what the dynamics are. And just when you're beginning to feel comfortable, bang, you're over and out. So I much prefer arcs. I've been a little bit reticent to take anything out of the city because, frankly, it's more fun hanging out with this kid. We've gone to slow mode.
But just, we are in slow mode.
I'm in slow mode in that my head is...
all these questions that are coming, they're all in slow mode.
So that means we're way behind?
No, we're not. I'm just saying that
no.
Even though the amount of questions...
Ochnan had a question about Dog's Breakfast, which is interesting. That house was supposed to be our house in Point Roberts, and it was literally written to work in the layout that we had. But the problem is you can't get Canadians across the border, and many people in the crew, not many people, but there are certain key members of the crew and some cast who have had some issues with borders before, perhaps with police, and we just didn't want the risk of them getting turned down at the border and us not being able to shoot that day or whatever. So, good morning, guys. Surprised you are not watching SpaceX re-entry. I should really be watching that, but you know what?
Watching the Minecraft War.
I should be in bed because I got a freaking migraine that sucks. But I've promised that we will watch The Eye today, and so we are watching The Eye today, even if I'm a little slow. Aye, as my granddad used to say. Aye. Yeah, Mandy Patinkin's amazing, absolutely amazing. I I have no qualms about him
This
getting
apple
roles over
isn't
me.
as good as the last one.
Paul McGillian did an interview on Hathor's Host and some hilarious details about a dog's breakfast. Oh, good. Well, it was a fun thing. Malazzi was hinting apparently Brad writing some stuff cooking a la Stargate. Would love to see you as a lead, David. Everyone always asks me whether I'd come back. I'm like, you kidding? I'm there already. I'll just put that out there right away.
How is
Thanks, Eggsy McKay.
Zaw's doing very good. I walked her, but now she's barking at Mom.
Oh, is she barking right now?
She was barking at Mom.
Really?
When I left, and then she.
So you lowered the hammer. She is kind of lovely. She is a pain in the butt and a lot of work, but she's pretty lovely. So eventually I'll come around, I'm sure. But right now it's like, oh my God, why? Our life was so good. Why did we have to bring this another dire wolf?
Nerd or sleep?
Dire wolf.
Nerd.
Paul had good stories about you too, David. Really, Jesse McKay? Really? Stopping for fuel and caffeine, coffee, anyone? Stopping for fuel and caffeine. Oh, I wish. I think I should stop on the coffee though right now because I've just done a ton of it in the hopes it's going to like open up the blood vessels and make my brain work again. Do you video chat with the old crew?
You seem really, really hurt by this migraine.
I am a little bit, I'm a little wounded, I should say, by it. Okay. Oh, we will have to. We will have you chat about Paul's stories on Tuesday. Yes. Well, you have to run and by me. See what they've got. David's just doing the actor thing. Doesn't matter if I'm sick. The show must go on. Well, that's the funny thing, Ruby K. So we grew up that way. As an actor, it didn't matter what the deal was. You showed up, whether it was on stage, whether it was on set, whatever. No matter how miserable you felt, you showed up. I only missed one day of work in my entire life, and it was because I physically couldn't get out of bed without throwing up.
Do you guys want to know a funny acting story?
Uh-oh, what? What do you got?
So...
Is it appropriate? A.
It is.
Yes.
So in Indiana Jones...
Yeah.
The actor in Indiana Jones, was super sick on a shoot.
Oh, yeah.
And they're supposed to be one of the biggest battles.
Harrison Ford.
Ford was super sick, and they're supposed to be one of the biggest battles.
And trained forever.
And trained for, like, ever. And it was supposed to be like a 3-month shoot.
This guy was a martial arts sword specialist guy.
Acting thing, and then the dude was sick.
Yeah.
It was.
Didn't he have like malaria or something horrible?
Yeah, he did. And then it was cut short. The biggest battle, like apparently that was supposed to be the biggest battle in the century. Cut short to like just a gunshot, and then it was done.
He just shot him. Remember that? Where the guy like waves his sword around? And it was like a really funny, great scene in the show, in the film. But yeah, happy accidents. I think happy accidents, in a way, the things you don't plan on can be so much better than the things you plan out in some ways. I feel like that's why established directors generally don't get better as their films get more expensive and like more better funded. I feel like forcing you to have limits of budgets and time and all that kind of stuff forces you to be more creative. When you have all the time in the world, everything just starts to feel a bit like everyone just looks a little comfortable.
So actually from TikTok, I've been seeing a lot of like acting stories.
Really?
So I know a bunch of like things that were not in the script that they did.
Ooh.
So in Avengers, my favorite scene in all of Avengers.
Avengers, yeah.
With Iron Man.
Yep.
And forgot his name.
Which one? What does it look like?
Star-Lord. Iron Man and Star-Lord were talking about Gamora.
Yeah.
And it's like, where is Gamora? Who is Gamora? Drax, the actor of Drax, it wasn't scripted for him to say why is Gamora. He said it as habit through his character.
Right.
Isn't that funny?
That's cute. And they kept it in there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the other thing is when what's his name? Again with Star-Lord.
Mm-hmm.
When in the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, when he was giving him the purple Infinity Stone.
Yeah.
And he dropped it.
Yeah.
And then caught it again. That wasn't scripted either, but that he actually dropped it.
Huh.
And it was kept in. And the other thing is that Tony Stark.
Yep.
The actor for Tony Stark, was always snacking on set during scenes.
Mm.
So actually, they made it part of his character that he snacks a lot. So in a bunch
I don't know
of scenes,
who else might have done that.
So that in a bunch of scenes, when you see him snacking, it's not in the script. It's just him snacking.
They loved me eating on set. Any opportunity I got to eat, I always ate way too much and continued to eat. So I think that they ended up adding a lot of eating scenes for me as well, just given how much I ate. All right. If you could get a reoccurring role in Star Trek, well, God, I would have loved to play that engineer role on Discovery. I thought that was such a fantastic role. All right. We should watch The Eye, should we not? Should we not get this started? I didn't on Fringe. You know what's funny is that I was supposed to do an episode of Fringe, and it was a friend of mine who wrote for that. Well, an acquaintance of mine, I should say. I'm not as acquainted with him as a friend, I guess. But he was very, very sweet, and I saw him in a restaurant with another friend of mine, and we chatted. He said, "Oh, you should totally come and do a Fringe episode." And I was like, "Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be amazing." Because people say that stuff all the time. Nothing ever comes of it, and or rarely does anything come of it. Well, literally, like a week later, I got a call saying, "Oh, there's this part. They want you to do it." And I looked at it and I was like, I love it, except that it was hours of prosthetics. Hours of prosthetics.
Thank you.
So what was that? What happened?
Oh,
Lisa of Storm.
I can't read any names.
Oh, because you don't have your glasses on, do you?
No,
Nice. Because he can't have his glasses on while he's eating his candy apple. Otherwise, they would they'd get in the way. Anyways, point being is I ended up saying, look, I'm sorry, I can't do it because I just couldn't deal with all the prosthetics at that time and where I was living and just all the stuff necessary to actually make it happen. So I actually emailed him and said, look, I'm so sorry I can't do it. I think it was the one Paul McGillian did. I'm not sure. I haven't actually seen the episode, but I think it may have been the one where Paul McGillian was like a tree. So we'll see. Anyways, does he eat with his eyes? Oh, Grove Spaz. He's a Hewlett. He eats with everything he's got. Just so you know. Okay, let's watch some Atlantis. Here we go. Ruby K, are you cool? You cool to go? Are you cool for school? Or are you cool for cats? Is cool for cats. Cool for cats. Okay. A moose sec was confused. It's Pixie Rose. Oh, what did I do? Did I get it wrong again? See? Pixie Rose. Thank you. Not Ruby K. Why do I get Pixie Rose and Ruby K mixed up all the time? I get
Stal and Cal mixed up.
What? Don't tell Cal that. She'll ban you. Pixie Rose, thank you very much. My apologies. I am, as I say, dealing with a hive of, as Baz says, yellow jackets in my head right now. A little slow. Okay, so let's go. So we are about to start an episode called The Eye, second part of a two-parter, mid-season two-parter, I believe. And we're going to start at 0, and we're going to go 3. Is everyone ready? I mixed up 2 customers last week. I blame that. Okay, yes. All right, so here we go. I got a hive of wraith in my head. That's probably a better way of putting it. We're at 000. We're about to start The Eye, which is second part. I'm not sure if there are previously on or not. I'll let you know. So we're going to start. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Stargate. Previously on Stargate Atlantis, it says, Ford's voice. It's a storm stretching across the whole horizon. A massive storm.
Yeah, Dad.
It's me yelling about something. What is the one thing? Electricity. We've got Zelenka. We've got McKay. I mean, Zelenka's okay, but McKay. If we disable the grounding stations. Here we go. If we get in there and get those TARDIS control panels to work. Uh-oh. Darn. Oh, brutal killings. Very heavy guns. We've got Shepard packing things. Uh-oh. Here's your C4. It's a walkie-talkie. You remember all this, right? Yeah. Weird. Oh, I can look up there, can't I? Oh, it's way better up there. I like that screen way better. And now the conclusion. Uh-oh. Koya! Just so everyone needs to know. Koya, don't do this. Just so everyone knows where we are. Yeah. When did he hurt my arm? I don't remember my arm getting hurt. You need her, it's true. Exactly. It's McKay being very brave. Very brave. You hear how brave I was being? Yeah. You can't do this without me either. There you go. Look at the blood on my hand. Ew. It looks like Huzzah after she ate that gel pen. She ate Jane's favorite gel pen, and there's just red ink everywhere. I know, but I feel like we missed that. You kill either one of us. You don't get what you want. Rodney, he gets it. You can stop pleading for your life. Rodney, stop groveling. Look how
Good one, Rodney.
Look. Whoa. Oh, I thought you said you're an ass. No, it's an asset. You're an ass that we need.
You're an ass at.
Yeah. 2.5 hours till the storm. I talk so fast. Do I talk that fast in real life? Storm! Now, there was a question. Think about this. There was a question. Oh, okay. Do you see that? Up the top right-hand side. There's a grip shaking that tree. You can see his head. Do you see that? Okay. Top right of the screen when that tree is going, you can actually see the grip shaking the tree. Yeah, just saying. I know you're probably all watching the exciting acting, but the reality is, in my mind, all I see is that poor grip trying to shake a tree. Shake it more! Shake your money tree! Uh-oh. Now what? They've run off. Here we go. I think we could be getting ready for... They're flying gate ship, flying over Atlantis. There's a Stargate with chevrons and a gate ship, or they call it puddle jumper. The city is rising. There's some really cool special effects. Joe Flanagan shooting things. There's their story looking really cool. There's a Stargate and a Wraith Queen, and Rachel just saved Ford. Now they're flying in the puddle jumper. And
really
this
cool.
is Rainbow. Rainbow's really cool. We just blew. Hey, it's the best ever! And now we're rising. Stargate Atlantis is coming out of the water. And now we got titles. Stargate McKay. Stargate McKay.
You sound like a Muppet.
Does he do this every time or is it just
dog is howling.
There's a dog howling? We set the dog off? Oh no. Oh, see, I want those screensavers. Does anyone have those as screensavers? I want to have them on my computer. Have a couple of computers in the background just running those like Stargate. Wouldn't that be cool? Like having the Atlantis things rolling around. There you are. Ryan. Ryan, who works all the time. The guy's amazing. Oh. God. Somebody take my head. Not you. I think I better have a bite of that apple. Just a bite. Little nibble. Come on. Don't be a brat. Let's go. Come on. Drop it. Bad child. What do we got? Ooh, you nibbled all the bits off it. Ew.
Oh my God, that's not a nibble.
This is my apple. This is my apple.
No, it's not.
Watch the damn show.
You took out half the apple.
Worst son I've ever had. And the best. Okay. Oh my God. That sugar is sticking to my teeth. It can't be good for you. Let it go. Let it go. Barely halfway through the storm. Uh-oh. Beckett being brave as always. Taylor putting up with all the lads. She's like, all right, fine. The boys are all freaking out, but I'm going to be calm and cool. Here we go. Oh, boy. There we go. Shepard. Doing the rounds with his Game Boy. Doesn't it look like a little Game Boy? He's got the original Game Boy playing Tetris, except the Tetris are all the terrible Janai. Now what? Bum, 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 bum. Oh, boy. See, I so much more buy Joe doing this stuff than me. Whenever I'm running around with a gun, it just looks silly. Look at that. Oh, I remember the rain. There was a lot of rain. Oh, wait a sec. What's happening? What could it be in the middle of a storm like that? Could it be? Could it be?
The
The eye! Well done, son. I'm so glad you went to Montessori and learned something 1,000 years ago. Huh. Here we go. We had a lot of boxes on Atlantis. A lot of luggage. Oh, yeah. Here we go. What you up to, Shepard? Where you going? What you doing? Where you going, Shepard? Almost there? Are you there yet? Are you there yet? Now are you there? You there now? Now are you there? Check your watch. Good idea. You think that the ancient device would have the time on it as well. Uh-oh. Aha! They should really color code those dots, though. It must be very confusing. Oh, I love this set. Baz, this is the set from Blade. Blade 2 had this amazing set, and they bought it for like $1 or something, and then we, because it was cheaper for them to sell it to us for $1 than it was for them to have to pull it all down and everything, so we set it up. We basically left it, they left it up, and then we used it for our shooting. I can hear your questions. I need more water. Oh my God. Wouldn't it be an eventful stream if I threw up while we were doing this? Ta-da! What do we got? Okay. Oh, this set. Holy moly. We have this set. We had Robert Davi singing opera at the top of his voice between every take and beating the crap out of me every time we had to do a scene where he pushed me around. And then this rain. It was so cool, though. Like, it felt like, you really feel like you're making a movie. Like, you feel like, you really feel like you're making like you're really acting. When there's like rain and storm and winds blowing, and when you're miserable, it just makes for a great scene. Do it! Dr. Weir, I need you to get in here and help us thwart this guy.
You look so weird when you're all soggy doing work.
I look like a small drowned ferret. Yes, but a very brave ferret.
No.
A ferret, a hamster, a brave hamster. Brave, small, brave, soggy hamster. That's me. McKay hamster.
Dogs are gerbils on steroids.
I love the lighting in this episode. I like all the different colors and stuff. Bring on the steam, folks. Look at that. Not steam, smoke.
Smoke bombs.
Smoke bomb. Don't go out. It's just the eye. It's just the eye. Shouldn't they fly out while they can? Doesn't that make sense? Oh, no, they still have to fly through the storm, I guess. Could they go up? No, I guess not. Dead center of the storm. Storm swirls. How would he know that? How would our doctor know that? I feel maybe. Has it? How does he know? Ford should be making these decisions. Come on! The great thing about our friend Rainbow right now is he's finally.
Couldn't they just
go up?
Couldn't they just fly with the eye?
Well, it wouldn't go very fast. They don't move very fast, but that's an interesting point. If the eye's going where they want it to, I think their concern is even if they went up and over, they'd still have to come back down into Atlantis. And if the storm's in Atlantis, then they're screwed. I just want to say about Rainbow. Rainbow really, I think he was having a hard time on this show. Certainly the first season or so. And I love seeing where his career's gone right now, because that kid has he's got the chops now. He's done the work. He's doing he's playing the nerds. And they try. I feel like Gesundheit. I feel like they tried to sort of push him into a military position when the reality is, Rainbow would have been a great McKay actually. I think, and it's sort of like he's almost playing these. He's such a fun guy to have around. I think he's just like I love seeing him in his element now in the shows that he's doing now. I see him in all sorts of stuff, and he's like a pleasure to watch. It's a pleasure to be around. He's a lovely, lovely guy, I gotta say. Anyone called Rainbow has got a lot to live up to, and he does. Robert Davi, on the other hand, he's a dark cloud. He's a storm cloud on set. We hated each other. Yeah. He's one of those actors that has something in mind, and if they want, that's what they want. It doesn't matter how it affects anybody else on set. And it always drove me a bit crazy. I always felt acting was about seeing what's happening and reacting to stuff. Know your lines, show up on time, and work with everybody as a team. And Robert is definitely of the I am a star approach to stuff. And we just, oh, man, we got snappy with each other. And strangely, I don't usually do that. What's up?
You, in this show, are so like me.
So like you.
Make an example of something.
Yeah.
You would make an example of something. I'd be like, that example makes no sense. And you're like, but you get what I mean, right?
You're saying you would be a young McKay? Oh my gosh. There you go. Get your acting chops done. Learn some lines. Maybe you could be young McKay. Ah, see? You hear that? What would McKay do? See? People listen to McKay. They know they're dealing with the smarts here. Puddle jumper. I saw some great, I guess, amateur VFX of a jumper the other day on Twitter. The other day, probably this morning, actually. Really good job. It's amazing how far the effects have come. This is cool, though.
Oh my god.
Really, really dangerous. Don't touch McKay. I don't think you actually saw the McKay part, but that's, yeah. Really, really dangerous. Don't touch McKay. Or really, really dangerous. Don't touch McKay. Maybe that's what I meant. Don't touch McKay. He's very dangerous. He'll go! Oh, no, I don't want to do that because you'll pull the computer off the... How much would you like that sitting on your desk? Wouldn't that be cool to have like a little... Really? Tequila? Why are you singing tequila?
Tequila.
Oh boy. Hey, don't you be messing up with those crystals. Oh boy. Ryan, trying to fix it. Good luck, buddy. Yep. Can you track Shepard? No, but I can look at the crystals. Good point. We have no idea.
Couldn't you just say, oh, I'm so sorry?
Oh boy. There we go. Game Boy. Check the Game Boy. He's trying. Am I? Oh, right. I'm trying to fix those little fiber optics by the looks of it. Where is he now? Look at that rain. Look at that rain. I've lost small fortunes at poker. He's not a good gambler, I think is the point. We've hit a small snag. I'll do the bluffing.
I'm a really good liar.
Small snag, small snag. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Damn him and his generators. That's not good. Without power, no. You better get mad. Threaten people more. Uh-oh. Channel electricity. City corridors. Power the shields. Any of them open. And no shields. Very good. Okay, so they've all got to be down, otherwise you don't get a shield. Bingo. Got it. That was a very long way of saying that's basically what it is. Everybody wants a timer. I don't know how to get a timer to sync up. If someone's got a way of doing of syncing up a timer, that'd be great. We're at 16:13 right now. 16:14, 16:15. You're watching over the control room. 16:16. How are your day? My day's good. I'm going back to bed after this, just so everyone knows. Who does that sound like? Whoop! Ooh, Moody me again. You want to go wave at that again?
Too far away.
Stop. What do you mean too far away? Get your butt out of there. Get your... That's it. Oh, careful. You may have to take your headphones off. Oh, my God.
I'm too lazy.
Yeah. Was that someone holding a guitar?
Oh, this
no,
is so nice and cozy. Again.
Shepard killed the generator in your house. It's so true. He's got the wrong generator. That's so true. It's like our house is on Stargate time.
Each time they turn off a generator, the lights go out.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Where are we at? 1721. Can Carson look any more worried? No, I don't think so. I think he set worried at 11. How does everyone have a Game Boy except me in this one? Oh my God! How can
I love that line.
How can Baz stand having his hair under his headphones? I don't know. I think I've got hair under my headphones too, actually.
I really like having hair under my headphones. I take that back.
Just have a screen grab of just the portion of the screen with the timer, just like the portion of the screen, except that we're watching on a different computer, right? So I've got one computer running Stargate and the other one doing the streaming. So, uh-oh. With me, let's go. They got some fighting to do. Da-da-da-dum. Da-da-dum. Da-da-da-dum. Is his flashlight on? Oh, it is. Yeah. There you go. Oh! Doozy of a...
I adore the little blorp.
Little blurp? Uh-oh. What's going on? Stop him! Stop him! Oh, shooting. Make sure you get every part of that fence. Uh-oh. What does that mean? They're all dying. I can't.
Oh my God, Dad.
What?
They're all being molecularly...
Look at that. Trust you, I'm not that brave. I would help you if I could. That's so mean.
I love that line.
It's no use. It's over. Yep, there you go. Everything's fine. We've won. They lost. Suckers. There are no more men coming. Oh, wait. How many we got? 5 men. That's all we could afford. We could only afford 5 men. Oh, yikes. This is where he hurt. This really hurt me. Oh God, I came out of this scene and I was like so angry.
Don't die, Dad. Don't die.
I'll try not to. There you go. Because they had the back of that is there's a kind of a thin barrier there. So if you get pushed over it, it just rips your back. And I kept saying like, I'll fake it. Just you do the moving around. I'll do the. No, you had to go full in every time. Drove me crazy.
This show's
Just
really
act.
dated, but I kind of like it.
It's cool on effects though, right? I kind of like the effects. Yeah, security codes. Always security codes. Good luck. Now what? Do it. There we go. I like the way they just make us sit outside in the rain. This is what we do to Baz when he's bad. We just sit him outside in the rain. Him and the dog. Huzzah on Baz, out in the back. Davi making you method act. No. Brought it out for you. You have to be able to fake it. If you hurt the other person and you can't go on, then you've not done a good job of acting. You've done a terrible job of acting because you've just... I don't mind method acting, but, though I don't understand it on sets. We'll talk about it after. Probably sooner. Look at that storm. Oh, look at the waves. That's kind of cool. He's freaking out. Oh, boy. Kolya's not sure what to do now.
Cass, what happened?
What happened? What?
He wants to kill his cat.
What?
Please, no cat killing.
Yeah, remember, don't F with cats.
Yeah, don't F with cats.
I had to break up 2 fights since this started. Wow. Now, Robert probably had to do all of this dialogue for every scene on the same day, so he did have a lot to do and a lot to say. It's childish. Oh boy, I will destroy it. Uh-oh. Obsolete Weir and McKay. Never. See? Saved her. Saved her. I'm not happy with him and he is grounded, says Jack and Kaz. So he didn't kill the cat, but he grounded him. Dragon Endeavor update. Shoot deployed now. Woohoo! Out of signal. Blackout for SpaceX. Uh-oh. Huh. We are 23, 15, 16, 17, 18. Just bought him another 10 minutes. Uh-oh. Now, for the record, I don't think there's a lot of...
That's so sad. Poor McKay. He's again a third wheel because he is less valuable than
Weir.
Dr. Weir.
There you go.
Which is dumb because Dr. McKay is the one that he actually needs to power the generator.
What? Just my ego alone could power it. We should find the next good break and we'll take a break. Or should I just watch it through and then talk about it? What do you think?
We should watch it through.
Watch it through?
Yeah.
All right, okay. Then we'll
Look
talk
at
about
that. We've been talking.
Baz is getting excited.
Yes. And also, how long has we been doing this?
I don't know.
Like, watching?
24 minutes.
24 minutes?
Yeah.
And we've been talking for 23 before that.
Did we? Wow. We know how to talk. You and I. Especially
so I
me.
want to finish it because it's also getting exciting.
Yes, that's true. You don't want to stop the excitement. Fair enough. I don't want to break up your enjoyment of Stargate.
Patreon questions and then head out and take care of the dog.
All right, fine. Yes, it's true. There's a dog to look after. Ooh. Now, I can't remember. That's a Wraith. Which Wraith gun was that? I never remember the names of these things. I never got to play with them. You're asking me. It's a cool looking gun, though. I like a glow in the dark gun. That it looks like it should be a flamethrower or something. Don't be so bloody pushy. All right. What we got? Why is Shepard wearing like a light? Wouldn't that be difficult for him to hide with? Uh-oh.
It's in the link.
Worst tracking ever. Worst tracking ever. Stunner rifle. That's what it is. Stunner rifle. Yeah. Is that what they called it? I bet you the Wraith had a different word for it. There we go. Something's got to go wrong, right? Because we're like 6 minutes in. Now what? Here we go. Stop. Uh-oh. That's what I'm doing. Be quiet and don't turn it on. Uh-oh. Oh, good. Keep him alive. That's good. I'm on my way. I'm here to make sure that he's no longer alive. Okay. Keep him alive so I can get over there and kill him. There you go. It's the pew-pew thing. Exactly. It's a Wraith pew-pew. Go fire that Wraith pew-pew. There you go. Now what? Beckett's really good with the guns, too, I think. Oh, drinking Seagrams and watching Stargate. Jack Cass. Woohoo! I'm not an engineer. I'm not an engineer. I'm a doctor, damn it. You cheeky little bugger. Oh, really? Lisa the Storm stopped playing Fallout 76 to come and join us. Well, thank you. I feel very honored. 26:45. Dragon just landed. Thank you, Donzy Mate. Thank you so much. The dragon has landed. Love it. We'll have to watch that after. Not little, yeah, a little bit of a nod to Star Trek on that line, Kendra.
Dad, help me, please.
What?
I'm too. I need a push. I need a push. I need a. Yeah, thank you.
Oh my gosh. If I remember correctly. I'm Beckett. Polly did the accent better. Polly was much better trained in his Scottish. I just make it up as I go along. You need more Beckett and Ford. They're fun together. I know it is true. All right. Turn the damn thing back on. Oh, really? You think Ford's annoying here? Uh-oh. That's fighting words, Val. Now what? He's got a total Harrison Ford thing going there. Oh boy, Wraith Stunners. It's lucky the guns didn't go off when they shot him.
I need to push up again. No, Dad, not that way. The other way. I was just too far that way.
There you go. How's that?
That's too far.
Too far. Is this better? It seems he's like standing under the downspout of the. Oh, look at that! Oh, I thought I was gonna pull my pants up because they were falling down. Those freaking jacket. That was the worst uniform. That first season's uniform. I called it a paper bag on a stick. Uh-oh. Here she is. Uh-oh. Here we go. I couldn't agree more. See, I've got it. I nailed it. I nailed that accent, I think. I didn't like how whiny Carson was in this episode. Really? Oh, boy.
Why didn't she just bam, 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 bam on all of them?
Ba-bam, bam, ba-bam. What have you done? What is this? You're making a mess. It's like having a hamster in here. Oh, my God. In the likely event that it doesn't. Here we go. You've always got to set it up. Set yourself up for great failure so when you have success, you are a great success.
You tell yourself too much.
What? Oh my gosh. Tell me, son, how can I better live my life? Here we go.
In the show, I'm in.
Oh, in the show, I see.
Doing the tickles on my foot. You can hold my.
I'm telling you, that looks like the centerpiece from the TARDIS. Remember the old Tom Baker? The old Tom Baker TARDIS insert. Oh, such rain. How did you even... I didn't see anything, Bertley. There was so much rain. Fantastic. Oh, thank God I got that right. Oh, thank God I'm such a genius. Here you go. This lightning. Oh, it's true. Beckett's getting told to shut up a lot today. I know he played Ernest Littlefield as well. Where is the Stargate screen I made? Oh yeah, good point, Nerdy Times. I've been messing around.
Dad doesn't use it. I use it all the time.
You know why? Because I had to set it up on this computer, and I haven't done that yet.
Yeah, that computer's boo. Boo.
It's on Baz's computer.
Boo.
It is the TARDIS console.
Computer.
They're good to go, but we have to go now. Be better. I like that. Nerdy Times TV. Dave, be better. A great plan, man. A Rodney McKay plan. It's got to be genius.
They forgot to name Zelenka. Did it as well. Just so you know.
Oh, I'm sure I got sick, Percival. I'm sure I did. Carson was too sweet for off-world missions. Yeah, that's what it was. Exactly, Jesse McKay. Too sweet. Oh boy. Yeah, that water was not warm, should we say. It was like standing under a fire hose, basically. Well, maybe not a fire hose, but standing under a sprinkler system. But honestly, I think it's worse when they have to hose you down for scenes inside later. Like, so he'll have to be hosed down before we did the scene. So you'd be like perfectly warm and all dressed up for your day of work, and then you get to set, and then someone with like one of those like bug spray things will just go and hose you down with cold water. So there you go. Or warm water. They're actually pretty good about warm water. But it got cold pretty quick. Parsifal.
I hate her.
They have whole rain towers
Well,
set up.
she's more
Massive rain
Bratlett than
towers.
I am.
So they pumped water in, they waterproofed that portion of the set as best they could, and then they just rained buckets down on us. They killed him to punish you. Oh yeah, it was fun. It was kind of fun, I gotta say. Like, gets you in the mood. Enough distraction. Ford's ready to rock and roll. Buckets. It's true, buckets. Buckets would be hard to sell as rain. One of the directors said that it takes a lot of water to make it read on screen. I can't even imagine. You need a lot of water, and you need to light it right. It's kind of like when you look out the window, you're like, I don't see any rain. And then when you get a different angle on it, you're like, oh my God, it's pouring. It's where the light is affects how you can see or how much rain you see. So it takes a lot of rain, first off, to show up. And then probably less now that we're in digital. Now we're in like HD. No, now we're in like 2K, 4K stuff. Probably shows up better. But you still need to light it. Because even in the real world, you don't often see it unless it's lit properly. Here we go. Time for some special effects. 0, 3, 2, 4, 5. We are at 33:26. 33:26, Val. 33:26. 33:30. 33:31. Ow! That hurt. Drop that flashlight. Oh boy. She's going to drop it and they're going to fight. Poor Rachel. Oh my God. She spent all of her downtime learning fight sequences because there was never like extra time for it. It was just had to be a part of. It sort of had to be part of it. Hello, Crazed Gamer 420. Oh boy. This scene was always weird for me. Reading the numbers slightly awkwardly, but not purposeful-ish. Purposeful-ish. I missed that. Uh-oh, here we go. They're setting up. What? Ford gave away his little Wraith gunny? We gave away his Wraith Pew Pew. I would have gone with a Wraith Pew Pew. Wouldn't you?
He said shoot to kill.
Oh, but couldn't you Wraith... I'm sure you could kill with a Wraith Pew Pew.
It's a stun gun, Dad.
Pretty sure she's just making up numbers to draw it out. Could be. What? It was? You want it? That's not a knife. This is a knife. I'll fight you. You think that's a knife? This is a knife.
I would wreck her in a knife
You
battle.
think so? They had some great... I seem to remember her having a good stunt double. I'm almost finished. Massive wave! Quick, get your surfboards. McKay! Fix it, McKay. Rooting power, watch this. Check this out. Lightning strike. What's going on? Now? Now? Something's wrong. Serious flooding, look out. Oh, slaps him. That is shocking, but a great line. Wasn't that a great line? I don't know if you noticed, but I'm an incredibly arrogant man who seems to think all of his plans work. See if you can see the guy shaking the tree in the background. I'd go down with the city. That's what I do.
Atlantis is fine. There's still
I don't think he hit me for that.
seasons.
I don't think he actually slapped me. I don't remember actually being slapped. I think I would have remembered that and got a lot angrier.
Dad. Atlantis will be fine.
McKay is so important. I'm completely with you, Digrafen. Oh, still fighting. And the fight goes on. Fight.
I love the...
Ow, oh, what? Let's try it. Ready? You gotta. I not taught you how to react to a fight. Ready? Remember that one? Get ready. This is gonna end up with one of us getting hurt. Ready? Who's doing it? Ready?
Boom.
And then you go. That's awful.
What? No, that's great.
That's why you need to practice. Timestamp: 37, 15, 16, 17, 18. Oh,
20.
my
21.
poor head. My little jelly head. We're at 37, 27.
28. 29.
Uh-oh.
30.
Do you want me to stop and so you can catch up? No. No? Tricked him into standing. Exactly. Squirrel! There was a squirrel? It's windy out there. Look what's going on. What's going on? They're still fighting? Oh my god, the fight that never ends. Look at her arms, man. Rachel is just cut.
Woo!
If I did that, it would
Damn.
just they'd sort of sag that way. Where are they going?
I love when people hold knives.
The knife fighting
Yes,
stuff?
like
Yeah.
that.
I'm sure there's an online course for it.
But I need knives.
Yeah, we could 3D print them. This is a bad idea. You saw what happened to my last plan. How good am I at running away? Really
Look
good.
at that roll. That was...
There you go. Ryan manages to leap through the gate. I will. I don't think so. Oh! Ow. That's gonna leave a mark. I had to shoot him and not shoot you. No. There you go. What about a thank you? No thank yous? Thank you for not shooting me. Here you go, McKay. Now we gotta sort out this electricity issue. I gotta activate the shields and save the day. You got something else in mind? 2.5 minutes. They're dead. Can you see the guy shaking the tree? I don't see him now, but I did before. Maybe it was the wide shot. Oh, they're still fighting? Oh my god. They fight forever. Oh. Ooh. Cool move. Oh! That's gonna hurt.
Killer.
Don't. What are you pay?
Sorry,
What are you
sorry.
talking about?
I don't like her. She's mean.
Of course, she's just angry because someone killed her father. She thinks it was Taylor. He hurt Weir, and Rodney McShepard was not. He hurt. Oh yeah, it's true. He hurt Weir and Rodney. Shepard was not amused. Uh-oh. I'm not gonna kill her. She's
Take
classier.
her knife.
Classier than that.
No, you should have just taken her knife. Oh, did she throw it in her leg?
No.
Oh, she-
Oh, that would be awful. Oh, whose knife was that? She left her family knife?
That was the fam.
Oh, I'm sure, Bronzescale. McKay had a long plan. Going. Going.
Go, Rodney!
Go, Rodney.
You
Go,
can do
Rodney.
it,
Go,
Dad.
Rodney. Go,
Go,
Rodney.
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 Go,
Go,
Rodney.
Rodney.
Go,
Go,
Rodney.
Rodney.
Go,
Go, Rodney.
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 Go,
Rodney.
Rodney.
Go,
Go,
Rodney. Go, Rodney. Go,
Go,
Rodney.
go,
Rodney.
go,
Rodney.
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 Go,
Rodney.
go,
Rodney.
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 Go,
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 Rodney.
go, go,
Go,
go,
go,
Save the day.
Go,
Save the
go,
day.
go,
Save the day,
go.
McKay. Save the day. Save the day. Save the day, McKay. Save the day. Save the day. Save the day, McKay. All right, what do you got?
Okay, we're good.
And now VFX. Take it away, visual effects department. I couldn't get the word out. It's like visual fart. Yeah, it didn't sound good. Okay,
Oh, look at that
tsunami. Tsunami. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't make now.
There you go.
Rodney.
Really? So that I wonder if that's how it would. I feel like would it split it like that? It would. I feel like I don't know. I don't know. I'd love to know what the dynamics are and whether how that. I guess they probably
Rodney,
researched it.
Save.
You got a new friend. Ah, they beat each other up and now they're best friends. Like you and me.
That's how every story goes,
I
yeah.
beat you up, you become my best friend. I don't know. I think they were debating whether she was going to come back as like a regular or something. Because they brought her back a couple of times. I guess there was somebody liked her somewhere.
That outfit.
Ooh, what's that little guy? I don't remember that one. I don't think I had that for long. Da. I had to do this. I had to bandage myself. It should have been a way bigger bandage.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sora. They didn't. I don't know why they didn't do more with Sora. Interesting.
I liked that episode. You saved the day.
Oh, there we are. The heroes of the day. Well, the hero of the day and then the two other ones as well. It's amazing. I mean, look at how heroic. And knowing me, I was probably ad-libbing about how badly my arm was hurt. This was another Stargate. A Stargate that McKay saved. Rodney McKay. With Stargates and puddle jumpers and chevrons and DHDs and McKay. Rodney McKay. Yep. Rodney McKay. You gotta get that. Watch him save the day. Oh, we ran out of music. Darn. Okay, never mind. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen,
we should answer some Patreon
another
questions,
Stargate episode is. Baz is chomping at the bit to get out of here. He's got a life to lead, important things to do.
I have to watch a war.
You have to watch a war? What's the war? Okay, so go to Patreon. Let's check out Patreon first.
And look if there's any questions only for
And I should say, first off, D-Stat is our only sponsorship level Patreon. And I very, very much appreciate that. Thank you very, very much, D-Stat, for that. Thank you, every Patreon, for this. This is why we do these, is to say thank you to the people who are supporting the Tech Bandits and everyone else. But basically, just so I get to say thank you and feel a little better about taking your donations and stuff for this.
Make sure to remember that if you'd like to support... Sorry.
And also, hang on one second. I will get to that in a second. I'm just going to say also thank you so much to all of our Twitch subscribers because my portion of the Twitch subscribers goes towards Tech Bandits. Baz's goes towards pocket money, where he saves up to make your stream better. Okay, true. Fair enough. It does go towards computering things that will PC gaming things.
And games like tomorrow,
yeah.
Which is we're gonna play Grounded tomorrow.
We're playing Grounded. You're playing Grounded. You're gonna show me Grounded. Yes. Am I gonna get sick playing Grounded?
Yes, for
great. That's all I need. Migraines and sickness. Anyway, so look, I just want to say thank you very, very much to everyone for that. That's why we do these. Tech Bandits, science, technology, engineering, arts, and math inspiration, trying to inspire the next generation of brilliant minds. And because Baz included, where basically what I try to do is not teach, but just get kids excited about cool stuff. And that will, I hope, make them want to explore stuff more. It works on everyone except Baz, but he's too smart for me. That's the problem. That's the issue.
And make sure if you'd like to support us and Jack Jasser's amazing art, please check out
our merch,
the merch.
We've got some t-shirts, we've got hoodies, we've got all sorts of stuff. We've also got masks that...
We've actually got a new shirt, the
Game Bandits shirt. Please check that out. If anyone wants to... Yeah, that would be amazing too.
An Auto Kino shirt.
Thank you, Cal.
My Lizard Casper.
Yeah.
As Terminator.
We've got some Gecko. We got some Gecko themed stuff. We've got raccoon themed stuff. All of that goes to support Tech Bandit stuff. So anything you can do there would be great. And Jack Jasper truly has done...
And thank you, Cal,
a beautiful job.
Moderator.
Cal, yeah.
And Geezer Geek and Starfield and D-Stat.
All right, fine. Yes, thank you, all the hammers and Cal. All right, what do we got?
Cal and
you should release a record of you singing "Go Rodney, Go Rodney, Go Rodney, Rodney McKay, save the day." All right. Yes, thank you, mods. I don't mean to belittle that. That's very good. All right, so Patreon. Let's get over to Patreon and see what evil has been posted here. Let's have a look.
I should start getting some more mods.
More mods? You think we need more mods?
For these streams.
Really? Mm-hmm. Well, maybe to help, maybe, I don't know. We'll see. All right. I can't think right now. Brain hurts. Mm-hmm. My brain hurts. My brain hurts. Darling.
Dad,
Yes.
Can I be selfish and can I say that if there's any questions involving me?
Yeah, there's one right off the bat.
Okay.
Right off the bat.
Thank you.
Byington. Brittany Byington.
Or Bertley.
Or Bertley.
I know you know.
Yeah, but the fact that I know how to say, she was saying actually here, I think that she found it funny, her dad finds it funny that, yes, please, thanks again for changing the pronunciation of my last name. I sent the YouTube link to my dad and he loved it. That's good. Well, hello, Mr. Byington. Well, maybe it's not Mr. Byington. I don't know. But, Baz, can you hit that again?
What?
That light?
Oh, no, thank you.
Oh, my God. You're the worst son ever. Go get to the light. Come on, please. Head hurts. Head full of wasps. Head full of yellow jackets. I'm going to throw up on you. What about that? Watch your headphones. We can take headphones off now, can't we? We don't need the headphones now. Okay, so.
Just unplug mine, please.
I shall just.
Please
where are
unplug
you?
mine, sir.
Please, sir. May I be released? Oh, wrong one. May I be
Unplug
released
wrong
from
one.
this prison of
It's
Stargate?
not prison. It's a
All right.
wonderful prison.
So look, there's a question for Baz here, right off the bat from Bertley. When this episode originally aired, the visual effects were a huge talking point. As a person growing up with amazing effects in pretty much everything, how do you think Atlantis is holding up overall? I know I thought effects of the show my parents watched were, how do I say this nicely, laughably charming. What do you think? Baz is pretty brutal about the effects.
So yeah, ever since I've been watching Quarter Crew, I've been very, very strong into the effects. Stargate has bad effects.
What?
They all look.
They have good effects from the time. It's just that it's been.
The time.
Yeah, but it's been 15 years or something. You can't say they have bad effects. You have the effects. The effects are dated a bit.
They have very dated effects.
Not very dated.
Very dated.
You suck. You're worst.
They kind of look like someone just went onto Google and searched up.
No, because they didn't exist then. This was the state of the art.
It's fancy building,
Oh my God,
and they put that in
you're
a
the worst
Photoshop
son
thing.
ever. Not Photoshop. You don't even know what you're talking about. You're banned from these forever.
Something like that.
Ever.
It kind of
I'm
seems
never
like
showing it
that.
again.
And that one scene with the tsunami, I liked it, but it would have been cooler if if when it went up, instead of
Baz
just
is totally
splitting,
trolling. Baz, you're triggering Cal.
Instead of just splitting in the half, it would have been cooler if you got a shot of it going over it. So because there's
water was incredibly hard to do.
Yes, and I could see that.
Oh no! Oh dude!
They all
Stick
kinda
the
look
knife
like the
in
same.
and twist it. At least I didn't do the effect.
But yeah, there you go. Effects done.
To be fair, Baz watches the most bleeding edge of all visual effects stuff because we watch the Quarter Crew. I always show him any new videos that I see on YouTube of people doing visual effects trailers and stuff. So the kid, to be fair, the kid knows his VFX, but I think we've got so much. We've got so much better at the masking and the compositing and all that kind of stuff now. I don't think he realized just how hard and how much work it was to do. But then, what would he know that? But what about the makeup?
Rafe makeup looks.
There you go.
And Taylor's wig.
Taylor looks great now. Yeah, they finally got that sorted out. What did you think of my costume?
I like your costume.
Really?
I kind of like
hate it.
The blue and the green. I kind of like.
Oh no, that was the newer ones. The older ones that are that weird yellowy paper bag color. Yeah,
I hated it.
It's true. He's ruthless. He's a horrible child. You know what was really funny was I watched the Tomorrow People, the original Tomorrow People, this BBC show that I used to love as a kid, and oh my God, the effects! I was like, how could it literally looks like one of those joke episodes of it looks like a YouTube joke, honestly. But Quarter Digital, we love our Quarter Digital. I gotta say, I think today's FX look too unrealistic. The problem is that I think there's an uncanny valley that you get with characters. But also in the real world, things that you're familiar with, things that you think should look a certain way, or that you're water is just one of those things where you go
That's gonna stick around the trivia polls. Yeah, I'll stick around the.
Oh yeah, trivia polls. I feel like water was a.
The CG when it's an old movie.
Water was a difficult one.
Flame it.
Water was a difficult one. Okay, sorry if I'm not distracting the space reports. I hope I was not being rude with this. Not at all, Mr. Clean Tracy.
That one scene when they were flying through the storm. You could tell that there was a robot moving it around because it was the same thing that happened over and over again.
In what?
The puddle jumper scene. Remember the one where they're driving through the storm? And it was moving?
Yeah, but that was cool. That was just practical.
You could see that was a robot.
It wasn't a robot. There you go. So you just failed. It wasn't a robot.
You could see that was something moving it around.
It was the camera.
Oh, what?
That was just the camera shaking. Everyone has to act and pretend it's moving. The camera, it's sitting there like...
I thought that was something
Oh my God.
in my day now.
There you go.
It would be so much easier just to like put a robot there, and then you don't have to do as much acting.
They said, I don't know, the water pouring out over McKay was pretty realistic, and his uncomfortable face. Come on, I did look miserable, didn't I? The water looked great. Again, practical effects are the way to go. The practical effects always look better in my mind. Even if they're like rubbery and they don't always work. There's something about having them there that makes them more threatening to me. CG is a crutch that people go to automatically, and I feel like now we can do those big, wide shots of the whole city getting trashed by water. I feel like there's something to be said for just like little cuts that tell the story without showing all the big, crazy visual effects stuff. Because the big stuff, it's so hard to get scale. It's hard to feel get that visceral response from it. The old movies, the way they cut stuff together, and I agree. I much prefer that. The jumper was filmed like they do for Star Trek. Really shaking the camera and have people jump around. Yeah, basically Aaron Cross. It's the same old stuff. In some cases, they could... there were a couple times I seem to remember them trying to shake the puddle jumper, but I don't think... No, I think it was mainly just camera shake.
I actually did not expect that because it looked...
Eggsy McKay! You get out of here. Yeet yourself. Thank you, Eggsy McKay. Appreciate it.
Well.
No robot, just the Star Trek shake. That's it. No robots. I can't believe you thought there was a robot. You don't think I would have brought that robot home?
Thank you everyone so much.
Wait, don't get out of here yet. To see if there's anything else for McKay, for young McKay. For young McKay. Hewlett's, physical, Tal Rodney, aspects, Brittany. You want to do that? What about the trivia questions? Mm-hmm. Let's do the trivia questions while you're still here. Okay, so Bertley has some trivia questions.
Okay.
Definitely going to need to wait to ask these until the episode is over. Yes, all the questions have multiple choice options. Up to you if you want to even give them the option or just include the letters in a poll. Whatever Baz wants, Stream Master. What do you think? How do you want to do it?
Just ask the question.
Just ask the questions? All right, very good. All right, Sora is only mentioned in one future episode of SGA. Which episode? The Brotherhood. So A, The Brotherhood. B, Coup d'etat.
Coup d'etat. Sorry.
C, Common Ground. D, Trio. So which one of those episodes was Sora mentioned in? The Brotherhood, Coup d'etat, Common Ground, or Trio? And Bertley will have an answer for that because God knows I won't. Here we go.
I'm such a child.
All right. Do you like shooting nude scenes? Says Digraphon. Do I like shooting nude scenes? No, I hate it.
We got Brotherhoods.
It's horrible. It's just.
The Brotherhood.
Yeah, I mean, I am.
Trio, Brotherhood, one of them. Nice with the derivation.
One trio, a lot of Brotherhoods.
I think it's Brotherhood.
Why that question?
Everyone thinks Brotherhood, guys.
Coup d'etat, however that's spelled. Not like that, but very good. Correct answer is A, the Brotherhood. All right, so everyone seemed to know that. Very good.
Go.
Ooh, Pixie Rose, if you could have just held up for 1 second, you wouldn't have got the wrong answer. Just saying. And thank you, Pixie Rose, by the way, for doing the Discord stream. Very much. Very, very much appreciated. Main Common Ground is one of my favorite episodes. Interesting. Very good. Bronze Scale likes that Common Ground. What else we got? Okay, next question. Baz. Sora's fate was supposed to be included in a future episode. However, the scene was cut. Which episode? A, the Defiant One. B, Coup d'etat. C, Common Ground. Oh, no, I got it wrong again. Sorry, no, take it back. I'm reading the wrong one. Okay, forget everything I said. Sora's fate was supposed to be included in a future episode. However, the scene was cut. Was it filmed? Was it filmed and then cut? What episode? A, the Defiant One. B, the Siege Part 2. C, Phantoms. D, the Return Part 1. So, once again, Sora's fate was supposed to be included in a future episode. However, the scene was cut. Which episode? A, the Defiant One. B, the Siege Part 2. C, Phantoms. D, the Return Part 1. All right, what do we got? Let's go back, see what everyone's saying.
I'm going to say I'm going to say A.
I do a lot of nude scenes. I don't feel like I do. I feel like I try to keep my clothes on as much as possible. Generally.
I say A.
Generally, it's a better thing for all films and television if I keep my clothes on. I've always felt that there are two types of people in the world.
I mean, I say B.
You say B?
I mean B.
Knowing nothing, he says B. You're going with The Siege?
Yeah.
Part 2? Yeah. Oh, everyone's doing The Siege. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, well, I was also the first one.
I think there are two types of people in the world: people who look good naked, and that you want to see naked, and people who just look funny, and you don't really want to see them naked.
Yeah, like that.
That's
you're
me.
Like the one who's just like.
I'm the funny guy. I'm, oh my God. Yes, I'm that guy. I feel like I'm funny naked. You only want to see me naked in a funny way, not in a serious way. Generally, is the way I feel about it. There was a time long ago when I was young that I should have done a lot more. Should have done a lot more nudists. Actually, that's funny, Nethelus. That's true. Nethelus says the shower scene in Joe's wedding. So Joe's wedding, that was full nudity. And they kept bringing in teapots. I was supposed to be doing the dishes in the shower. I kind of like stole this for dog's breakfast. But I was supposed to be doing the dishes in the shower to save time was the idea. I shower myself, I wash the dishes at the same time. And they gave me this teapot, and I was like, I need a smaller teapot. I wanted to get the smallest possible teapot I could get. Because I just thought that was the funniest way to go. And the cinematographer was shocked. He was like, why... But don't you want people to think? It was, I can't remember where he's from, but he had some kind of a... He was... People you want to think you've got big schlong, not little tiny teapot. And I was like, but it's funnier if... So I'm like tucking everything and trying to get it into a place where I could just have the teapot. And then, of course, I never felt like that ever really came to fruition, shall we say. And so I ended up using that in that approach in the dog's breakfast as well, much to my wife's distress, because she was like, we're never going to have a child. Oh yeah, I was nude in Traders too. I guess I do. Again, funny naked. You make it, it's just like, it's not somebody you particularly want to see naked.
I'm the naked.
Look at me, I'm the naked guy. I'm going to see your bare butt in the film Where the Heart Is, and also in, what else? In Century Hotel, that's right. Century Hotel, I think I have like I don't know if I have an actual sex scene with another guy. And then I get my butt slapped. That's right. I have this, but I don't know why we want to talk about this. Where did this come from? We see your bare butt in the film Where the Heart Is. Yeah, thank you.
I'd rather not keep talking.
Baz, let me go. I think we should let's just get screen grabs of all of this, and then I'll send it to Baz, and he can put it into a montage on TikTok. All right. All right. Cupido. It's so true. All right, let's go back. We got more. I think we got one more set of questions, don't we? Or maybe even two. One more set. Okay. Last question. Did we get an answer? What was the answer on the last one?
It was B. I was right.
It was B?
Yeah, I was
it for
right.
sure?
I'm always right. Yep.
All right, fine. So next up is the last of this stuff. On his blog, Joe Malazzi would regularly share behind-the-scenes tidbits as he reminisced each episode. You know what's so funny? It used to drive us crazy because you turn a corner, there'd be Joe with a camera all the time. And there's just something incredibly sort of like, I don't know, there's some days that we'd be like, put the freaking camera away. Like, because you're like, you're filming all day, and then you try to relax, and then there's a guy with a camera there. It started. I remember there was a certain amount of resentment towards that, but it's nice having that as a record. So it's just weird when it's. I guess normally it would be a behind the scenes crew or something like that, and there was never a lot of communication between sort of the writers, producers, and the set. So there was a lot of room for us to go like, what's going on? Like, is this his own private stuff or what's So I remember Flanagan having some issues with that. But again, in hindsight, it's just kind of nice to have the footage now. It's just kind of nice to have that stuff out there. Okay. On his blog, Joe Malazzi would regularly share behind-the-scenes tidbits as he reminisced each episode. His 2012 post for The Eye included a poll for readers to vote for the greatest mid-season two-parter. Which one? Oh, interesting. Okay, so which one? Which was rated the greatest mid-season two-parter? Was it Season 1, The Storm, The Eye? Was it Season 2, Lost Boys, The Hive? Was it Season 3, The Return, Part 1, Part 2? Season 4, This Mortal Coil, Be All My Sins Remembered? And Season 5, First Contact, The Lost Tribe. So which...
It's the second one.
In Joe Malazzi's...
It's the second
I think it's going to be The Storm, The Eye. That's my sense. That's what I think.
Because you're the hero in it.
We'll see. I'm the hero of all of them.
You are?
Pretty much. In my mind, anyways. So, okay, the question is, Joe Malazzi, he did a 2012 post including a poll for readers voting for the greatest mid-season two-parter. Which one? Was it A, The Storm in the Eye from season 1? Was it B, Lost Boys The Hive from season 2? Was it C, The Return, part 1, part 2, season 3? Was it season 4, This Mortal Coil and Be All My Sins Remembered? Or was it E, season 5, First Contact, The Lost Tribe?
B.
What do we think? Let's see
B.
what's going on. I think it's going to be Storm in the Eye. I think it's going to be The Storm in the Eye. That's
B.
what I think.
B.
Yeah.
B.
I like The Storm in the Eye because it was a great combination for all the different groups.
Okay. A.
And it had the storm, and it had intrigue,
Oh my
and
God.
lots of stuff going on.
I
I was right.
Where the heroine is the best.
Da 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 da, Rodney McKay.
Thank you, everyone.
That's
much
fantastic.
for
Baz
letting-
is out of here.
Thank you, everyone, so much for letting me participate.
Hey, wait a second. Can you do this?
in this
Can you talk to them for 2 seconds while I go and pee, and then I'll come back and I can talk to them for a bit more? Yeah, okay. I'm just going to go and take a quick bathroom break because all of that water and rain has made me want to pee. Baz will happily entertain you with a small dance, monkey, and then I'll be back. All right, back in a second. Sorry, folks. You know, tiny bladder and all. Baz,
What?
be good.
I'm dancing. I know what I'm doing at this point. Do the cat dance. Which one's the cat? Hi, cat. You messed with me. Anyone have a dance I should do? I don't know. Baz, what game are you going to play? What game are you off to play? I am TV. I don't know. Kitty. Oh my kid. I have no clue. I might be off to play, or I might have to take care of my dog. Talk to us. Do the Macarena. Kelly got me hooked on Red Dead Redemption 2, and I can. Oh, that's really cool. I have Red Dead Redemption 2, but I'm not playing it. Wasn't there something about a war? Oh, that just so there's this person that I really, really like on Twitch named Wilbur Soot, who plays the keyboard synth. There's this person named Wilbur Soot, and he's on this thing called the Dream SMP. What do you think about your dad kissing Paul? I don't care. If it's my dad's acting gig, I don't care about what he does. It's acting.
What?
Why would I care?
Care about what?
I dance. Yes, Aaron does.
Who plays the keyboard synth? Baz used to. When we could make him, he used to take piano lessons, and now he doesn't. So I've brought it down here because I'm hoping that maybe I can write a new Rodney McKay song. No, I've always wanted to be. I've always wanted to be able to do dance music. I've always loved EDM stuff, and I always thought, oh God, one day I'll learn how to do it.
There is a Stargate mod for Minecraft.
There is.
I have no clue what you mean, Jaxie.
What's up?
Is
Drexy's
it a girl
asking.
you like? I don't know.
Is it a girl you really like? Is it a girl you really like?
Oh, Wilbur Soot? No, it's a dude. He's a dude.
What's
He's
this?
super nice.
Did anyone else see that
Thank you,
people
everyone.
built the Disney parks in Minecraft, and you can actually go on the server
Yes,
and
I
ride
have
them?
seen that.
Oh my
And
God,
also,
that's
someone
genius.
made a whole server involving Pride Month, and with all these like Pride stuff.
Rod
And at
mouse.
the end, you get this cape,
Yeah.
a special cape, which is the
Now you have to pee
gay
too.
pride flag. Yes.
All right, get out of here. Thanks, buddy. Love you. Could you bring your trash with you at some? Oh, forget it. Never mind. All right, folks. I'm sitting down. I'm so sorry, but I am slowly fading on you. But I am going to talk because I can. I'm free, and I shall chat. What we got? All right. Enabled slow mode. I'll say. All right. Great. What do we got? Let's see. That's really low. I'm gonna go. Let's go like this. Here we go. How's that? Oh. All right. Whew. Apparently I'm a great dad. I don't know. Some days I feel that way. Other days, not so much. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just really struggling. I've got like with migraines, I find if I can catch them fast enough, you can get rid of the migraine, but you still have this weird kind of, I almost want to say like a slur where things are just that so much harder to do. But that said, I gotta say, I freaking love doing these. And I also really, I feel like, this is sort of a chance to sort of chat and sort of enjoy this stuff with the kid, which I really like. I've been complaining about having a dog. The reality is, Baz and I end up walking around the block all the time, and it's just really nice to sort of catch up and talk with him and stuff, and find out what's going on. Daughter finds going outside helps her migraine. See, oh god, mine. I can't, like, the idea of sunlight right now is like freaking horrible to me. You should do a long rest so you get some hit dice back. It's so true. I do. I think I'm going to stop here. Mine isn't going away. Oh, Aaron Cross, have you got a migraine as well? How ridiculous was it that the Sora actress was married to a dude called Carson McKay? No way. Seriously? That's hilarious. You know what's funny is that I don't know what happened with her. I remember there being discussions about this, and I guess maybe it was a contractual thing or something. I think there was also some concerns about whether she was sort of like, whether she was specifically the right person for that role or whatever. I mean, I don't know, but yeah, it was. I don't know why she didn't come back. She's absolutely lovely actress. I've just accepted that my migraine won't go away until the weather switches back on Wednesday. Really, I hope that's not it. Prednisone. I used to have these amazing pills that cost like $75 a pop that would just fix it. And then I didn't really get them again until I got back here. So, all right, what do we got? This is a bit high. How much lower can I go without crushing things? Oh yeah, there we go. Can I go a little bit lower? There you go. Stopping there. Okay. So, Baz, I'm dancing. Did you dance? Nice. Were there any plans discussed for season 6? Yeah, the idea, Tonks, was that we were gonna do movies. So the reality is, I still to this day don't feel like I've really said goodbye to everybody, because we had these plans for these movies and then nothing happened with them. But the assumption was always like, I'm not gonna say goodbye. I'll see you guys in 6 months for a movie or whatever. But so it was very, very different. See, Aaron Cross, thank you so much. The only thing I can do for my migraines is earplugs, eye mask, and a day or two in bed. I know that's what I'm worried about. I don't want to leave Jane with the damn dog and the child and all that stuff to deal with. Anyways, all right. So we have some more questions or anything else I should be answering here? If I missed any, has anyone asked questions that I should probably be looking at? We haven't got to trio yet, though, have we? Mm-hmm. Okay, what else we got here? Nice to see you live for a change, my dude, Darren from Gate World. Hey, Gator Darren, how you doing? Live indeed, everybody. Darren is instrumental in the Stargate world. I got to say, Gate World was, and I've said this many times, and I'm going to say it again. Gate World was my go-to resource for a lot of this stuff, especially when I was starting out. When I was doing my SG1 episodes, I was going to Gate World to look up stuff all the time, and Darren's just been amazing at that. So yeah, it's absolutely. I honestly, McKay wouldn't have known half the stuff he knows if it wasn't for that. And of course, I'm back there now on Gate World because I want to know more about the backstory for the RPG game, because I know I'm going to be doing some more RPG stuff, and I sort of thought, I want to get more background stuff. So if anyone's not at Gate World and not supporting Gate World in some way, shape, or form, just do it. It's just this is it is the true source of Stargate information and all sorts of stuff, and they're just a lovely bunch of folks doing it. So there you go. There's my shameful plug for Gate World. Right on. Thank you very much. Darren. It's a pleasure. How was working with John Delancey? Oh my God. So I worked with John Delancey years and years ago on a thing called Darklight, I think. And I remember him talking to me about, he said, have you ever heard of conventions? And I was like, well, I went to some when I was a kid. He said, you should consider conventions. And he's a kind of a terrifyingly intelligent man. And so I hung out with him for a fair amount of time in Sofia, Bulgaria, which is just a freaking crazy place. But I was just kind of in awe of him. He was writing symphonies while on treadmills in the gym. He was always had stuff going on, always had different angles on stuff. He was just a very smart, very erudite, but imposing kind of guy. He wasn't warm, but he was, and yet he was absolutely, we had the great discussions. And I guess in a way I felt like that dog sort of rolled over on its back and went I'm fine. I just want to talk to you about stuff. It was just kind of fun. I learned a lot. I learned a lot from him, and I just, Yeah, but I was really intimidated by him. I found him really, really intimidating. I needs to sleep, says Jack and Kaz. Well, you're not going to because, of course, you'll be dealing with cat fights. Bertrill, thank you very, very much. That's very kind of you for the subscription. James Gurney, did I hear it? Stargate RPG. Yes, James, you did. We're supposed to do another one with the bunch that I worked with the crew that I had before. I'm sorry, I'm really fading. So I'm not going to try to do names, but they were fantastic to work with. And so I think we're going to do some more of that. So maybe we can get James involved in that. But also, James, if James is up for it, I think you are. You're saying you'd be up for doing an RPG with just me and Baz, maybe one other person or something, just so I can continue to get used to the RPG thing. Were there any aspects of McKay which you feel the writers took from your performance and incorporated into future scripts? There's a few things. They were really good at that. They're saying like a good writer is a great thief, in that you're stealing things from life and from other people's experiences all the time. So, I mean, the finger snapping was something that I started doing that they just picked up on and ran with. It was great. My love of food was something that was not unnoticed. The sort of the angry response to things. When I got frustrated, that they were they obviously ran with a lot of that. I mean, it was really fun. I mean, they were really part of the other thing about McKay though was that McKay is very much the writing department of Stargate. Like, I mean, there was a lot of McKay in a lot of the writers and producers and stuff. I used to joke that it was like if Brad and Coop had a love child, it would be like McKay, because they're both incredibly smart, incredibly quick-witted, and do not suffer fools lightly. And so, there were definitely McKayisms that I saw in them as well. So a lot of the stuff is sort of inspired by, working with people like McKay to some extent. Even before then, when I did my IT, my sort of stint at IT, and I did some data recovery for a while, was sort of fixing people's hard drives. I was obsessed with the idea that people just like, oh, my hard drive crashed, I need a new one. I'd be like, but what about all the data? That's what's worth the money, not the hardware. Okay, Darren, thank you very much. Darren, that's very nice of you. Thank you. Hopefully we'll have lots of exciting things for you to look at. Lexi K is so late, but you know what? Better late than never. There are more Patreon questions, are there? Let me go up a look. Oh, right, of course there are. What am I saying? I didn't even do all the Patreon questions. Okay, what do we got? First question from Bertley again was, you famously, maybe infamously, stated that some of the most difficult shows to shoot end up being the most successful. Do you think this perspective is one of the reasons you were consistently put in the position to be the uncomfortable one? Did they usually talk to you first about these, or did you just find out in the script? Never knew in advance. Sometimes they would say things like, oh, you're going to hate next week. I mean, they loved making me miserable. But then so did I, because Miserable McKay was just so much fun to watch. You know what I mean? It was such a train wreck when it came to those things. So he was, so I enjoyed the misery almost as much as they did. And also you could feed off it, right? If in those rain scenes, it's cold, it's miserable, you're wet, you're being bounced around by Robert Davi's ego and his opera music, and just, it was, you take in all of that stuff, and I think you read that in films. If things are, again, it's my concern about when you get into big films that don't have budget restrictions or time restrictions or actor restrictions or any of that kind of stuff, that they have time to talk things through and try scenes a million different ways. I feel like it comes across as bland, or it can lose its edge, and I feel like the immediacy of television, the requirement to get this stuff done so quickly, maybe not so much now on all the shows, there's some really big budget shows out there now, but for the kind of television I do, it's usually very, very short turnaround on this stuff. You're shooting 5-6 days an episode. It's insane amounts of stuff you have to do, and you pick up on that tension, and that I think just makes for better performance. So good question. And yes, and love to your dad, of course. Melanie, hey there, Hewlett's. Just wondering how long you had to be on that set with the rain. It was a good couple of days. I think it was 2 days, probably 1 day of intense rain. And then, I think it's 1 or 2 days, but mainly they try to keep all that stuff together. So, I mean, the reality is actually that I remember thinking at the time that I was like, that's it? We're done in the rain? So we shot, I think we shot most of our stuff in a day, maybe a day and a half, day or two, something like that. The set was pretty huge, but was only that one little chunk of the of the city that they then expanded sort of with CG and things. But yeah, it was man, it was like you were there. There was no debate as to whether you were going to be acting miserable and terrified, because frankly, between Robert Davi and the rain and the cold, yeah, I was there. And I was going to say the other thing about the different sets and keeping things in one place. Lots of rain. Nope, can't remember. Oh, the problem with rain, of course, is the noise. So sound hates it because it's very hard to cut between lines if there's a constant, well, not entirely consistent sound in the background. So I don't remember. I guess they must have got away with a lot of it, or how much we actually had to loop after. Like, so any lines that would be obliterated by the sound of rain or jackets moving or any of that kind of stuff. It's so funny actually doing this while as I touch my clothes, my instinct goes, don't do that, because normally there would be a microphone here, like, glued to my chest in some way, shape, or form. So basically it can really mess with the sound department. So, but the frustrating thing is you do all this passionate acting and tension on set, and then you have to go to a little room weeks later where you're warm, you're comfortable, you got a giant latte, and you're like, what's the next line? Oh, right. Oh my God, we're all going to die. And it's like trying to recreate that and sync it up with your little flappy lips can be difficult. So there you go. Very good question. Thank you, Melanie. Now, Pac-Mom says, this seemed like a very physical episode for everyone. I can see why it wasn't one of your favorites. It's funny. It was fun to watch. Sometimes I find the two-parters a bit disjointed, where they have to shoot everybody in little chunks, and it really sometimes feels a bit sort of disconnected. But this one seemed to tie it together pretty well. It's things like the fight scene. You feel like the fight scene should be a fight scene. It shouldn't be like a fight scene that goes on for like... you get this feeling like they're fighting for hours and that kind of stuff. So I don't always love it. And also the two-parters sometimes just become one long... The fear is that these two-parters can become just one long episode. So there's a lot of build-up. And then you have the same amount of excitement at the end as you would in one episode. But you've had all this like lead up to it. So this one I think sort of skipped that. I mean, they were really having fun with the storm stuff, and I liked all the Janai stuff. So I should play. I mean, again, it's fun watching it with a kid. Just watched the Tao of Rodney yesterday. Was wondering if you had a favorite relatively McKay-centric episode from the series. I get asked this a lot, and I never know what to say, because I think different episodes are great for different reasons for me. Like some of them are great acting episodes, like the Shrine or the Tao of Rodney, or there's some great or Home for that matter. I mean, not Home, but I mean Home. I can't remember. But there's some of them that are just great from an acting perspective, where you go like, oh, I got some real meaty acting to do. Other ones are just fun because you've got funny, silly lines, like they're more of a comedy stuff. Sometimes it's just you get to do cool stuff that you don't normally get to do, like fire guns and run around and scream and shout and dive and roll and all that kind of stuff. That can be kind of fun. And then other ones are just kind of fun because they're just because they're interesting concepts and stuff. So there's so many different reasons. Like sometimes you love it for the acting, sometimes you love it for the stunts, sometimes you love it for the comedy, sometimes you love it because it's just how often do you get to hang upside down in a hazmat suit screaming at poor Rainbow. I mean, so it's I don't really have favorites. There are ones that stand out for me as particularly sort of precious in my mind. I really liked my episodes with Amanda, just because I love Amanda. Again, that's the other thing. Sometimes a great guest star will make a show. I loved shows that you have Mitch Pileggi, and I didn't do a lot with Mitch Pileggi, but I love Mitch Pileggi, and we just so much fun to hang out with. Picardo. Often it comes down to the people as well. But it is a bit like, I suppose in a way it's a bit like going to a convention. You go to a convention, and some of the conventions are great just because of the dynamic of the people you're with, as much as for the people that you're going to see. So while there can be moments where you go like, oh my God, I got to meet Jason Momoa, it's so cool. Sometimes it's the convention is more about, oh my God, I saw so-and-so and so-and-so, we hadn't seen so-and-so from Germany forever. It can be about your little circle of friends. And I think that's really very similar thing for acting. Sometimes there are just like little things that are important. Like the Wraith Hive ships were always, we're like I used to hate those sets because it's like, the smell of plastic, and it's just these stupid rubbery sets. Because you're walking around these sets, you don't feel like it looks like a spaceship because you're having to walk around these little rubbery sets. But then I now love them because I remember that was like Baz's first visit to a set. Was he got to meet MacGyver, and he got to meet the Wraith set, and people dressed up as Wraith and stuff. And just seeing this kid, it was just so I have a very warm, fuzzy feeling now about the Wraith episodes, that I wouldn't have had before. So there you go. I'm getting all sucky in my old age, and as my brain shuts down with migraine. What do we got? What else we got? So Govert Versluy. Govert Versluy. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it sounds like an amazing name. Were there any aspects of McKay which you feel that we've done that? That was a good question. And then of course we've got all of our trivia stuff. So I'm going to reload this and see if anyone else has decided to pipe in with anything, so I don't miss anybody. Nope, we're good there. So let me go to the chat. I can go to the chat now. We can chat. How did your sister end up on the show? Good question. So there was originally a line, I can't remember what episode it was, I'm sure you will know, where I talked about having a sister that I didn't talk to anymore. Originally that was scripted as a brother that I didn't speak to anymore. And I said to them, look, I'm not telling you to change this, or I'm not gonna, this is not a hill that I'm gonna die on. But I have 5 younger sisters. I don't have a brother. Like, from a dynamic standpoint, for me, it's easier for me to understand a sort of a shall we say, fractious kind of relationship with siblings if they're sisters. And I knew that Kate was an actor, and I thought maybe that could work out. So I asked to change that. They said, yeah, sure, fine. I don't think they had that ironed out yet. So that little change there sort of opened it up originally. And then I made Dog's Breakfast to try to really sort of truly introduce her as a sort of an established actress, as an established actor, I should say. Sorry, that's old school. But that was one of the reasons I was, other than the fact that I just think she's an amazing actor and one of the funniest people I've ever met. But she sort of did it on her own. I mean, she'd done plays and stuff that I think Gara went to see a play and was like, holy Hewletts, like, she's got all the Hewlett mannerisms. This will be great. I think they still made her audition for it, but yeah, that was kind of a fun part of it. So there you go. What do we got? Why did McKay get a name drop on Garo's Blind Spot but not a guest appearance? I don't know. Maybe there'll be a guest appearance later. Is Blind Spot still going? I don't even know if it's still going. Is that awful? Grove says, are there certain genres that you won't do or would love to do but haven't done yet? Grove Spaz, interesting question. So one of the ones that I have, as I say, I'm not a huge fan of prosthetics. I'm a little claustrophobic. I'm a total hypochondriac, so I worry about all the stuff on me. I can't get over people who can do that stuff. That said, I'm beginning to get more interested in it because of Baz. Baz likes the cosplay and all that stuff. So I think probably consider more intense sort of prosthetic stuff now that I don't think I would have done before. And also things like working on Shape of Water and stuff. You start going like, oh my God, that would be so cool. So definitely that's something I think in the future might happen, I guess. The other thing when I first started, I used to play a lot of like psycho killers, like, twisted young men who did terrible things to people. And now that I'm older, I don't want to do that. I find it harder. I find it very hard to find scripts that don't treat that stuff in a kind of like glorifying the violence way. So basically what I would not do right now is a serial killer role. I don't like it. I feel like I hate the real life stories of these people myself. I feel like let's use your imagination to make stuff up. I don't think we want to I don't want to rehash stuff that really happened. So that sort of, I guess that's where I'm at on that. I do worry a little bit more now about what the kid's going to see me doing, but the kid's he's pretty on top of this stuff. So, yeah. Since when is there a cool down phase for chatting? Is there a cool down phase for chatting? I posted the Go Rodney clip. Thank you, Anastar Cat. David, question from Mr. Clean Tracy. I would like to see you create an actual episodic show for Twitch, YouTube, etc. Maybe a comedy, sci-fi, drama. Keep it simple, but great writing to carry it. Any interest in doing that? Oh God, I mean, like, I love that idea, and I explored doing that for ages. I had a show, Starcrossed, in development with Sci-Fi or Sci-Fi or whatever they're calling themselves now, for like 4 years, something like that. I hate development. I hate the development side of the shows, but actually doing a show would be fantastic. I'm just not sure that I worry about whether it's worth the time in a lot of things. Whether it would, in order to do it properly, you'd want effects, you'd want to have some things to play with and some sets and actors and stuff, and the logistics of pulling all that together is not, is difficult at the best of times when you've got money. When you're doing it on Twitch or YouTube money, I mean, it's just almost prohibitively impossible unless you've got like a big like studio backing you or some serious money of some sort. I've always loved the idea of doing something silly. There was a great show out here called Prisoners of Gravity for a while, which is done by a guy who I've met as well. I've come to know as a person to some extent as well. And he used to do it sort of like the conceit was that he was in a satellite out there looking at our stuff and talking about the science fiction stuff. I sort of love that. I like that trailer you did with Paul McGillian. Yeah, I mean, like that's that was Starcrossed. Basically, was a way of expanding on that and trying to turn that into an actual show. Like Sci-Fi really liked it, MGM really liked it, but trying to get it made again, like dealing with network executives, and the industry. My take on the industry is very jaded now. I don't like the film and TV industry. I love this. This is, to me, and it's almost like its purest form. I love being able to talk to people and have sort of interaction with people and have like a community around what you're doing. At some point, yeah, I would love. Who knows? Maybe if this were to become, something that I did enough of and became big enough that maybe we could start doing some actual sort of like written stuff, that'd be amazing. I'd also love, one of the reasons why I'm doing Soliloquio is to try to help other people now. Like, I feel like I'm in a pretty great position. I mean, the fact that I've been able to, or that my wife has been able to manage our funds in such a way that we've survived so far this COVID despite no work for like 6 months. And they've just given me dates for the new Guillermo del Toro movie thing that I'd started shooting before COVID, and then we shut down for 2 weeks, and now 6 months later, whatever, 7 months later, we start again. I've just got dates for that, but there's still in the back of my mind. I'm thinking like it just takes one flare up, and we're not shooting, so I don't know. Yeah, Paul and I had a lot of fun together. Imagine TV shows having a live chat. Well, this is one of the things. So friends of mine have created a really cool show about an actor being recruited for sort of espionage stuff, and just done an amazing job of it. And I was saying, like, I would love to see this show happen, but again, it's surprising how much things cost to make. Wow. Captain Calvin Cat's on page 173 of your latest book, fan fiction. Nice. Is Dark Matter still going? No, I think Dark Matter was canceled, I believe. Why did the movie SGA was canceled at the time after the last? Why did the movie SGA? I don't know why they canceled the movie. I don't know. I don't know what the issue was. I feel like there was kind of a push and pull between Sci-Fi and I don't know whether it was MGM or the production itself, but I got the sense that there was like an either or there, and they really wanted to do a new show. I mean, they've been doing Stargate the way we made Stargate for how many years? They did SG-1, they now did SGA. We both had a similar feel and sort of character kind of approach to things. They wanted to do like some real sort of space opera stuff. So SGU was their response to that, and I think it's beautiful. It's beautifully acted, beautifully designed. I mean, it's a gorgeous show. But unfortunately, I think potentially the market was a bit saturated with that sort of nihilistic stuff at the time, or whatever the deal. Who knows what the deal was? It wasn't. I guess in a way, the assumption was that the Stargate fans would change what they liked to come around to SGU, and I think that perhaps they overestimated that. But what do I know? I don't know. It could have been a huge hit, and then everyone would have gone like, "My God, why'd you stick with Stargate Atlantis for so long?" There's a lot of evidence that the movie never really had any backing. Oh, that's interesting. I read that MGM basically went bankrupt at just the wrong time, what with the recession and all. MGM was going up and down all the time. The whole time we were doing the show, MGM was like, anytime we met executives in their offices, they were usually filled with boxes because they were either just leaving or just coming. Do you have favorite fictional tech prop from the show? Oh God, I don't know. I mean, I know it's silly to say that, but I love the Stargate. There's just something about that. The whole concept of the Stargate is something that I loved. I loved the episodes like where Jeannie gets introduced to the concept that there really was a Stargate. This feeling that there really was something else out there. There really was a conspiracy to keep this stuff quiet and stuff. I don't know. So it's just something almost sort of like something about the Stargate itself that really appeals to me. I mean, that's why I have a Stargate for my squirrel cam and stuff. I loved the whole concept of stepping through and into adventure. You step through the Stargate into adventure in the same way that you stepped out of the TARDIS and you were on another planet dealing with another problem. I love that. I love that conceit in films, and Stargate I thought is such a great, sort of iconic looking thing. In the same way that the TARDIS sort of like turned turned space travel and stuff on its head by going like, oh no, it's a freaking phone booth. I thought that was such a wonderful, clever way of doing it. In the same way, Stargate is almost like this is the tech. This is like the true tech, cool, chunky, in many cases, practical effects. It was something that just appealed to me. So I loved that. David won't show you the part of his yard with the Stargate in it. Exactly. I was not a fan of the camera work for SGU. What was the camera work? You mean like the shaky cam? I always find shaky cam difficult, I must say. I've actually left movies and said, like, camera's moving too much, can't deal with it. What do your parents and sisters think of Stargate when it started? I actually have a funny story about my father, where my father is very British. He's a British gynecologist. You don't get more uptight than that. A British male gynecologist. And so he, we would always have these rather somewhat terse conversations on the phone because he hates the phone. And even though he was obviously liked talking to me when we talked, it was always a bit sort of like, well, I gotta go, and and he would do things like, well, I saw the show, and yes, well, you were on it, and enough said. Or yes, the episode. Someone was telling me about the episode. They were they thought it wasn't awful, that kind of stuff. So very sort of low key in any kind of praise you'd get. And I called him a couple of times, and he just completely like, Dawak, I have to go now. There's our show's on now. I've got to go. And so this happened a few times, and that's quite nice, isn't it? Oh, not so much light. It's not quite so hard on the eyes. So what I found funny later was that he was watching Stargate. He was hanging up on the phone abruptly with me because I was interrupting or was about to interrupt his Stargate time. So he watched all the episodes. I have never known what he thought of them, or because he's never said more than, yes, well, you were in the show and well done. I didn't even say well done. He's like, well, you were in the show and well, enough said. Dark as in dark ages, indeed. If you are hurting a lot, please go take care of yourself and rest your eyes and head. End of semester grind, says Pac Mom. Have to submit my final health ed initiative tonight and part 1 of my stats final. Oh boy. Oh, and my thesis topic got approved yesterday. Woohoo! On to the last year of your program. Well done, Pac Mom. Well done. So charming, Papa Hewlett. Yes, Daddy is. I very much admire my father. He was a doctor. He's retired now, but he was a doctor, and he was the sort of type who would, leap out of the car on holiday to go and rescue somebody who was in a car accident or was having some kind of medical distress at a restaurant. And we were such privileged little brats that we were always like mortified that our father was doing this. But the reality is, I probably witnessed him save at least 3 or 4 people's lives, during our Christmas holidays. I can only imagine what happened in the rest of his time. And to this day, he sort of will be the guy who says, like, is there a doctor on the plane? And, he'll sort of reluctantly put his hand up and say, well, I'm retired, but, if there's truly nobody else, then, So it's he was joking the other day. He was on an Air Transat flight, and someone had a heart attack of some sort or some kind of a heart related issue and needed oxygen, and so they didn't know how to do the oxygen. So he did the oxygen for them. Basically, got this guy through the flight. And as thanks, Air Transat sent him a cheap plastic pen. I was like, what? Didn't even get like a flight? No, he saved someone's life and probably a massive lawsuit for them, and spent the entire trip being woken up every 2 minutes or so with questions about stuff, or being dragged to the front of being dragged into business class where this guy was, as opposed to, where dad is back in steerage, as he used to say, and Air Transat sent him a pen, and he was like, I got a pen. I saved a life. I got a pen. Anyways, chest compressions. Aha, Dr. Mike fans here. There you go. Bertley's onto it. Try the whole 30 food plan. Really? Helped me eliminate my migraines, heartburn, and IBS. Really? What is the whole 30 food plan? That's interesting. I've never heard of that. And hello, family of critters, by the way. All right. Any other last questions? I'm so sorry, but I am gonna wrap it up at 4 o'clock because I am dragging my butt or my brain through this. Okay, if you guys have not watched The Great on Hulu, you really need to watch it. It is really great. Huzzah! I binged it like so much. David was right. It was worth viewing. I'm so glad, Mr. Clean Tracy. I loved that show, and I did not want to watch it. I was like, some stupid historical thing, and and it's just, I don't do that kind of stuff. And Jane sort of was like, oh, shut it, and sat down and watched the show. And I started watching it with her, with my computer on my lap and stuff. And oh my God, sucked me in. We watched a whole season in like a week. It's glorious. And my threat to them when they said they were going to get a dog, and I said, I vote for no. I say, I do not want a dog. They said, well, it's a democracy and we're getting one. I said, if we get a dog, I'm calling it Huzzah. And they're like, oh my God, that's a terrible name for a dog. You can't call it that. And I was like, I don't care. Then I don't want a dog. So if we get a dog, I'm calling it Huzzah. Sure enough, now we have Huzzah. I need to rest, says Zygrafen. Am I looking that bad? I have not seen Corner Gas animated. It just seemed very Canadian to me. I felt it was the part of Canada that I am not really very familiar with. It was not what I thought it would be. It was very funny, great drama as well. I know it's really surprising. It's really surprising. Thank you for doing this despite having a migraine. Feel good. Oh, thank you, Millie. It's very nice of you. I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm just a little enfeebled, I think, as Dizzle 900 says. All right, what does it say? What is going on? Love the dog's name. Oh, good. Please go rest your eyes and brain. Seeing you like this is unnatural. You're a saint to still have a watch party today. This is the McKay thing, right? It's like I said to Baz. Make it seem like it's impossible to do, and then you do it, and you're a superhero. No, it's fine. I'm good. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna go lie down, and it's more fun having people around. Migraine is awful. I suffer from those myself. Just take care of yourself. It's so hard to know with migraines, isn't it? It's so weird. Our brains are so messed up. I still campaigning for an HD dog's breakfast. Who do we bug? MGM. MGM own the rights to it, and they've been very noble about it. Like, we still get checks that we send out to. Well, actually, now I say that, no, you know what? We have paid all of the crew, and we've paid all the crew their deferral rate and everything. So everyone's been entirely paid, which is amazing. So I keep trying to take some money for TechBandits. It's basically, Jane has to work out all the paperwork stuff on that. I don't know what we're allowed and what we're not allowed. So we're looking at that. But basically, we owe money to the people who put money into the film. There were a number of people who did, including my parents. My dad put in like $1,000 or $2,000 or something, which is very kind of him. I think Martin Garrow put in, I can't remember how much he put in. He might have given us $1,000 or something. But again, just a wonderful sort of show of faith for these things. So there are a bunch of people who were investors. Our cinematographer's an investor. He put a bunch of money in. So they get checks, every so often, like from MGM. So it's kind of fun. And it's still free to watch on Vudu. Oh, thank you, Jean Diata. There you go. So everyone who's got Vudu, you can see it for free. Lisa of the Storms, thank you. Thank you for coming by. We shall see you next time. Next time, what is it next time? Yeah, what is it? So it won't be next week. Week after next, we'll be watching, what is the show? Like I said, if there is a possibility, write Starcrossed as a book. When William Shatner could do that and David McCallum can write something, you can do that twice as good as them and triple as fast. Thank you, Captain Calvin Cat. Starcrossed as a book. I hadn't thought of that. I thought Debug would be a great comic book. Next episode is the Defiant One. Oh, great. That should be fun. Yeah, that'll be a fun one. I had an autograph. I had you autograph a rubber ducky. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, I do love my rubber duckies. It's true. Rubber ducky, I'm awfully fond of you. So rubber duckies, my favorite rubber ducky is it's a ducklet Who. It's a Doctor Who, like a Tom Baker Doctor Who duck that I have up the top floor bathroom. That's the one with McKay being allergic to bees. It's the one with McKay being allergic to everything. That's basically it. Is that a spy cam? Yeah, kind of. It's Tokies. That's a squirrel cam. I originally put that in there for our streams, for our Tech Bandits, because my big joke was that the Tech Bandits, the way people say, like, what's your approach to Tech Bandits? And I'd be like, squirrel. And basically it's about listing off a bunch of things that we can talk about, but then allowing the kids and myself to go off in any direction we want. And that's the way to sort of get kids excited about stuff, is like to see what they're interested in. Like, I was amazed, I started this gaming Tech Bandits, basically. So where we just focused on video games and video game news and talking about that kind of stuff. And that's been amazing because it's actually led them into the actual Tech Bandit stuff. So kids that had no interest in Tech Bandits to start, I put into this PC Bandits thing. And then because of their sort of interest in gaming and streaming and all that kind of stuff, we get to talk about business, we get to talk about tech, we get to talk about, empathy and social justice and Black Lives Matter and all sorts of stuff that comes up. And but it's under the guise of gaming, video games. And video games are everything to these kids, like everything. It is their entire life. It is their social life. It is their downtime. It is their, in some cases, their summer camps for Baz. So I want to use that. You got to go to the kids on this stuff. I mean, expecting them to come to you on stuff, I think, is very sort of arrogant and I think old of us. So luckily I stopped developing at about age 14 emotionally and intelligently. So I feel like I sort of understand where they're coming from. And I thought the Bill Shatner Star Trek books, some of them were not bad. I bought the David McCallum book, not bad. And I just need a David Hewlett written book in my collection. All right, Captain Calvin Cat, just for you. I loved Mars Attack, Lexi K. Loved it. Dyke it off, and thank you very much. It's very kind of you. A game I've been enjoying lately is Grounded. Well, Tech Fuhrer, apparently Baz is playing that. Oh boy. Tokies is gonna go. Thank you very much. That's not cool. Not cool. Emma. Oh my gosh, Emma, thank you very much. Watcher652, hey, I'm a squirrel from way back. Well, welcome, Watcher. I vaguely remember Watcher as a username somewhere. Is it the same? Welcome back, the squirrel days. The squirrel days are back because we've got squirrel cams now. So, you know what I mean? Cal added a block for the term. Thank you very much, Cal. Probably a good one. I gotta say, it's funny. I wrote the word bitch into debug a lot. And I regret it immensely because I feel I can't stand the way the word is used now. It feels incredibly, it seems like such the opposite of empowering when it comes to words. And I think words are so important. I know Cal and I have argued about this, but I think words are really, really important. And that is a word that Baz and I joke about using it with our dog because our dog is a female dog. So I feel that we have the right to call her a bitch. But I just don't like it. I cringe when I hear it now because I feel like it's such the way it's thrown around. It's so, I don't know. It's just so demeaning somehow. I don't like it. No Space Milkshake fans here. You disappoint. Really? Space Milkshake, the crazy giant duck spaceship, which again I feel like I'm not even sure if I've seen it. Anything with Amanda Tapping's got to be great. That's all I'm saying. Grove Spaz, thank you very much. Just donated 5 subs. I'm not sure it shows up properly on your end. Well, thank you, Emeth85. Thank you very, very. How many times did I say that? Thank you very, 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 very much. That is very kind of you. Thank you. And thank you, Grove Spaz, for pointing it out. Because God knows, I may be missing the odd thing. David Nickel. Was David Nickel in that as well? Was he? Oh my God. Why wasn't I in that? Words of the first weapon fired at the dawn of war. Wow. Tech Fur. That's freaking great. Words of the first weapons fired at the dawn of war. God, that's great. I love that. I'm trying to use glitch instead of bitch. Yeah, good idea. Good idea. I love Sanctuary. That'd be a great crossover for the two of you. I loved Sanctuary. Sanctuary is fun. I did Sanctuary originally when it was a web thing that they were doing. And then they wanted me to do another part in it. And I just contractually, I'm not allowed to do that. I wasn't allowed to be on Stargate and on another sci-fi show at the same time. So I just felt like I didn't want to jeopardize my Stargate thing. Amanda Tapping is a great director. Amanda Tapping is fantastic. I think I was so happy to see her move into the directing side of stuff because she's just got so much to offer in that regard. She's got so much experience in film and television that, I mean, actors are on set more than anybody. Honestly, in most cases, more than directors, more than the writers, certainly more than writers. I mean, like actors know how sets work. They know about set politics. They know about acting. They know about props. They know about VFX to some extent, a little bit, less than they should probably. But the fact of the matter is that she's like a treasure trove of film and television knowledge, and it shows in her directing. She's just she's fabulous. It's amazing that she's got to go. The words would have either been fire and ouch. So what is the color of the squirrels in your part? Are they grayish or reddish? So get this. They were all black for a long time. The squirrels here, back when I was a kid, there used to be red squirrels and gray squirrels. Then it was all these sort of black squirrels, very rat-like black squirrels. Now we're seeing more gray ones, and the other day we saw our first red squirrel in a long time. So kind of excited about that. Not my bad, not Nickel, Billy Boyd. Billy Boyd, of course. Yes. You were crazy on Sanctuary. Scene with Lauren and Cavan, etc. Yeah, it's kind of fun playing psychos. Opinions on Travelers. I don't have one. I'm sorry, Tonks. Haven't seen it. Have not watched it. Amanda Tapping is so adorable and talented. Love her work. Yeah, she's amazing. She's also, I should say, brilliant. In fact, that should probably be the first thing. She's brilliant. She's funny. She's talented. She's one of those people who lights up a room, I gotta say. My neighbor has a white squirrel. Ooh. The best squirrel I saw was a squirrel that had the same white tail as a skunk. And I thought that was genius. I'm surprised that the city isn't full of them now because nobody's going close to those squirrels. It was like a black squirrel with a big white band around its tail. And at first you think it's a skunk, and of course, no. It's the brilliance of evolution, saving a black squirrel from its from dogs all over the world. Traveler's work was I thinking of. Her direction on that series was incredible. Oh, good. Captain Calvin Cat, you liked the bronze stream? Yeah. Oh, she was so much fun to talk to. I'm so like it was just very flattering to be asked to do that, and I just love that she's taken the initiative to do that. It's fun. In Germany, there are only red squirrels. See, we love the red squirrels. You can have a few of our, but be careful. You have our black and gray squirrels. Next thing you know, you got no red squirrels. They ended up in such a way that you could live with it being on a quasi cliffhanger. They wrapped Travelers up well. Oh, good. I'm surprised they wrapped it up. It seemed to be going well. I'm surprised they didn't keep going with it. It's similar to Stargate Universe that way. Aha. Oh, that's how it starts. They start with the grayish squirrels, and then they all start changing colors. You don't know what's going on. We have no squirrels. Becca Mama Bear's like, we have no squirrels. All right, folks. I love you, but I gotta leave you. I'm gonna go have a little lie down and maybe have some more coffee in the hopes that maybe that'll open my blood vessels a bit. So in 2 weeks' time, we are doing. We've got another one of these, and thank you. It's a full-time job. I was missing the legend. Squirrels are alien shapeshifters. Yeah, it could be. Indeed. Still some reviewed comics. Feel better. Thank you very much, Billy. Yes, thank you all. I'm sorry if I'm a bit slow today or a bit slower than normal. At least that's my excuse. I'm going to sit in dark rooms for the rest of the day, I think. That'll be kind of fun. Although I think there'll be dog walks in my future as well. Because the dog will not be ignored. It doesn't matter. Come rain, come shine, come migraine, come Stargate. That dog will be walked. So everybody, thank you very, very, very much. JC Slicer, thank you very much. Generosity of my time and wisdom. I don't know about that. That makes it sound so much more noble than I'm sure it is. Yes, we will see you on Tuesday. If you want to chat, Tuesday's the day. We'll be doing this without the stream, without the Stargate. But this is basically the time I will sort of spend talking Stargate with you. Tuesday, I'm happy to answer the odd question now and again, although I do tend to sort of pontificate on all sorts of things. So I'll see you Tuesday. Baz is very keen to do some streaming on Monday, so I think he's going to stream his new Grounded game, I think is the idea, and I may watch and get a little involved in that. So look, thank you very, very much. I will say adieu to you because as I say, am beginning to feel a little awful. So, I guess until we stream again, I will see you in a couple of weeks for Stargates, or hopefully before then. Do come by if you can, and if you can, please, yes, if there's any way you can support TechBandits, that'd be fantastic. Again, huge shout out to DStat for being sponsor level Patreon, and also just a generally very, very generous guy about helping out with the TechBandits stuff. Harklight, thank you so much for your help with the website for Soliloquio, which I'm currently doing some funding applications for, which should be kind of fun. And yes, to all of our fabulous Patreons for all of our stream subscribers, so appreciated. So until we geek again, as I now say, huzzah! Now I gotta figure out how to stop this thing. But that means I probably get to say huzzah again though, right? So, until we geek again, huzzah!